Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Have a wonderful, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, as you can read on the top of my hat, Merry Christmas. And I have a special gift for you on the LBFWN. It is your boy Louis, waiting for my man D Jefferson, my partner in crime. And we are back with another one with another live video. This game will be the Milwaukee Bucks against the Philadelphia 76ers. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We were supposed to do the Celtics and Raptors, but we didn't want to kind of get a rush, even though you guys have picked the game. So we are sorry for that. So those are my apologies. I apologize for that. But we're gonna do the Bucks versus Sixers. Hope everyone is having a Merry Christmas, spending it with their loved ones and families. We are doing the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. And shout out to Freddie Gee, first person in the building. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, homie. Appreciate you for coming through. We are going to be watching Milwaukee Bucks, Philadelphia 76ers. So definitely this will be a good one. Shout out to K Jones, who says, bro, the Raptors got demolished by Jaylen Brown. Yeah, man, I saw the game, and it's a good thing I didn't do that game because they ended up getting demolished. So, ladies and gentlemen, the preview is about to start. I believe this game is supposed to probably start at 2:40, most likely. So, I'm waiting for my man, my partner in crime, D Jefferson. So, shout out to K Jones in the building. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, by the way. D Jefferson in the building. What is up, my brother? Loving the Bulls hat, by the way, on this Christmas, man. I know you don't celebrate it, but what is good, my brother? What's going on, man? You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
I was doing some running some water and stuff. I ain't wanted to be coming through. You live yet?
No, I'm already live, bro.
Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good?
Shout out to everybody that's coming through, man. I told you this is our first of two gifts for you guys since this is Christmas. So the first gift we got is Bucks versus 76ers. I was watching the Celtics and Raptors game that ended up being a blowout. So it's kind of like it was one of those kind of blessing in disguise type of things, even though I thought both teams were going to be playing really hard. D, so how's everything with you, man, on this Christmas morning, man? How's everything going? Going through this afternoon as well.
Oh man, everything is great, bro. I mean, I can't complain at all. So great day. My wife and I, the girls at my mom's house, so they with grandma, and wifey and I home alone, peace and quiet. Get ready to enjoy some basketball. I have no complaints, my man.
I mean, this is every basketball person's dream. It's like a kid in the candy store when it comes to Christmas Day, and it asks like, your own gifts. And D, my brother, like my actual biological brother, actually says what's up to you. So he says what's up. He sometimes watches you're speaking my sports talk, so he wanted to say hi, man, and he just wanted to wish you well. Hoping everything is
Oh,
good. So good for you, bro.
fellow D, another fellow D. That's what's up, bro.
Fellow D, that's right, man. So yeah, he's just saying what's up, man. And he loves the way he loves your stances on how objective you are when it comes to like all sports, when it comes to MMA, boxing, basketball, even football, even though you don't really do that, just because as we've already talked about how difficult that is in terms of trying to cover that. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
he appreciates what you talk about, man. He likes how you look.
Well, I
He likes
appreciate that, brother, man.
all right,
All
man.
right, so real quick, Louis, let me get some shout outs right quick. Shout out to my man Intangible Boxing over here and 1-2 Kid for the love of sports. Let's talk about it. Appreciate you, bro. Justin Trouble. Yeah, we're going to give y'all some live basketball commentary with Basketball Live, Louis and Dee. So we're going to do some play-by-play commentary for you guys for this game. I got the wrong thumbnail up here. But, all right, so it's the Bucks and the Clippers. I mean, the
no.
Bucks and the 76ers. So, yeah. So I got to take that down. I got the wrong thumb.
Nah, I showed you the other one. Wait, the one that I see on your live actually shows the right one though. So
Yeah. I loaded the wrong one on the StreamYard. I had the previous game, so I'm gonna fix that right now. But
I see. Okay.
so they're still warming up and stuff, right?
Say it again.
I said the guys they still warming up and everything, right?
Yeah, they haven't started yet. And I was just watching the Celtics Raptors game, and that ended up being a dub just because it started out okay, like if it was going to be a competitive game, but Celtics took that one over. I actually picked the Celtics to win this game anyway.
Right.
Um,
Gordon's back, right? Gordon Hayward.
yeah, he came back and he played.
Yeah, man. Celtics are looking good. Celtics are looking really good.
Hey, yo, shout out to my man Clay Pro in the building. What is good, homie? He says Merry Christmas to all, man. I appreciate you, Clay Pro, for coming through, man. Appreciate it. And looks like we got a new person, and it says it's Uzi. Hi, hello, sir. I don't know if you're, so I'm just saying hi to you. And like I said, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are a fan of basketball, make sure to tune in as me and Dee. We will be doing the Sixers and Bucks momentarily before these guys start. There's 5 Christmas games today. One Christmas game is in the books. While we have 4 more to go, but this is the first game that we're going to be doing. And it looks like there's a connection issue with D at the moment, so we'll just wait for him to come back. So once again, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody who's coming through. This is the first of two, ladies and gentlemen. The nightcap will be, Lakers and Clippers at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So you want to stay tuned for that. That will be 5 specific times. So any Lakers fans, Clipper fans up in the building, let me know. Come through. Merry Christmas to everybody. We are in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and we are doing Bucks versus Sixers. So any Bucks fans in the building, hope Micaiah Brown comes through because I know she asked the other day if I was going to do any Bucks games. But Micaiah, if you are watching, I hope you tune into this game because me and D will definitely be doing this game. So Bucks, let me go. He says I'm a Sixers fan, but I think the Bucks got the win. I mean, hey man, you never know. And shout out to you for being a Sixers fan, man. I truly appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate it. So our announcers at the actual game will be Dave Patch and Doris Burke, but for the announcers on YouTube on the LBFWN will be Louis and Dee Jefferson. We appreciate you guys for taking your lovely Christmas and hope you and your families are having a wonderful Christmas day with us as we do the Bucks and the Sixers. So shout out to It's Uzi, being a Sixers fan. So shout out to you. Any more Sixers fans in the Sixers fans in the building? Let me know. Any Bucks fans in the building? Let me know. We're gonna come and truly see this game. So they're showing Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has already made 52 3-pointers through 30 games this season. He only made 52 all of last year. And he's also averaging 31 points, 12 rebounds, and a career high 5 assists. So Giannis has been a beast this season. And they tied their 31 game 31 game start in in their franchise history since the 71-72 Bucks at 27-4. Uh, and they're showing Embiid as we get ready for tip off. He's averaging 26 points and 13 rebounds in his last 6 games, shooting 51%. Hopefully, Embiid continues to step it up, but we need Ben Simmons. The only way that this is going to happen is if Ben Simmons steps up. So, ladies and gentlemen, our starting lineups: Dante DiVincenzo, Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez for the Bucks. And for my man, it's Uzi and his Philadelphia 76ers, it will be Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid as your starting five for today's Christmas afternoon game. And as you can see, I had to get my hair done. It says Merry Christmas on it. I hope you guys appreciate the hairdo. Had to do this for you guys. And we are at tip off, and the Sixers win the tip. So Ben Simmons has got the basketball. We are just underway, ladies and gentlemen. Tobias Harris gets double screen, shoots into the paint, shoots a jump shot, misses. Rebound, Wesley Matthews. Wesley gives the ball to Middleton, who gives it to Giannis. Giannis on the left side of the key on MB, shoots the jump shot and knocks it down. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the confidence already, and the Bucks take a 2-0 lead. D, is your stream already going?
No, not yet. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Okay.
I dropped off.
All right, Al Horford, guarded by Wesley Matthews, gives the ball to Embiid. Tobias comes off a curl, guarded by Middleton, gives it to Simmons in the post. Simmons goes into the paint, up and under move, and it is good. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 2. Like the stream and subscribe as you guys come in. Appreciate you guys. So,
all right, I'm up. I'm up. Let's go. Let's rock out. Let's do this.
All right, let's rock it, man. Chris Middleton shoots the 3-pointer, knocks it down, and looks like he got fouled, but no foul call. And the Bucks lead 5-2. Take it away, D.
All right, Ben Simmons, the ball, shoots the ball ahead to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris dribbling, working down in the post. Turn around, jump. Drains it. 4-5, 1-point lead by the Milwaukee Bucks. Go ahead, right quick, Lewis.
Giannis has got the basketball, middle of the floor, takes a three-pointer and just misses wide left. Rebound Simmons pushes it up, but the Bucks get back defensively. Gets into Embiid into the post, lays it up with the right hand, left off the glass, and scores. And Philly now takes the lead at 6-5.
Yeah, I gotta pull up something. You go ahead and handle that
Uh,
commentary right quick, bro.
Comes off a screen, gets into the paint, lobs it to Giannis, but he turns it over in the hands of Ben Simmons. Pushes the ball up the floor, gives it to Horford, kicks it out. Josh Richardson shoots a three-pointer, knocks it down. Good offense by the Sixers as they're running already up and down, so they're pushing the pace early, and they now lead 9-5. So Giannis with the basketball gives it to Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton gets into the paint, shoots the free throw line key, and the ball was deflected out of bounds. It will be Milwaukee Buck basketball. So the Sixers now lead 9-5 early in the first quarter. 9:52 remaining, 13 on the shot clock for the Bucks. And as I say that, Wesley Matthews cuts to the basket off the inbound. And he scores in the paint, and now the Sixers now lead 9-7. Horford with the basketball, gives it to Embiid, shoots a three-pointer, and hits the front rim. No good. Giannis, full-headed steam. Wait, he stops for a second, gives it to Divichenko. Divichenko screen, goes into the paint. Layup is good, and we are tied at 9. Nice drive by Dante Divichenko, and we are tied at 9. So Simmons has got the basketball. Embiid gives it to Tobias Harris. Tobias is dribbling, trying to look. Embiid tries to take his second three, pump fakes, but can't go. Embiid comes to the top of the key, shoots left wing, and it is good. And the Sixers retake the lead at 11-9. Is your stream up, D, or is it still down?
Yeah, my stream's up. It was StreamYard on my channel kept dropping down. So
Gotcha.
Chris Middleton with the ball on the wing. Middleton dribbles around the Giannis screen, gives the ball back to Giannis on the inside. Embiid on the defense. Foul. Giannis foul. So Giannis ahead to the line, Embiid with the foul. 9-11. Philly up by 2. 8 minutes, 47 seconds into the first quarter. So looking like a decent game here, guys. Hopefully we have one of those exciting to the wire games. Louis and I have been getting pretty lucky with those.
Oh yeah, we've been making some good calls, man. Giannis at the free throw line knocks down the first free throw, and I think it's important that Giannis establishes the free throw stroke in this game. And you know, right now for this season, he's averaging 31 points, 13 rebounds, and a career high over 5 assists, 57% from the field, which is also a career high. So he's averaging career highs all across the board, with minus the rebounding. But he misses the second free throw, and Embiid rebounds the ball, and we have a foul on Chris Middleton. Sixers lead 11-10 on Milwaukee. Simmons with the basketball. Gives it to Tobias Harris. Embiid calling for it. Gives it to him, being guarded by Brook Lopez on the left side of the floor. Embiid, stutter step. Nice double team by Chris Middleton. Kicks it out to Richardson, shoots a three-pointer, and he is off. And the ball goes out of bounds over the top. It will be Bucks basketball.
One thing I do like about this matchup, man, is both of these teams are really lengthy. So, you don't have one of those teams that's controlling the board. So Giannis takes it right at Embiid. He puts his shoulder down and bounces Embiid back and scores. So the Milwaukee Bucks take the lead. Tobias Harris gives the ball to Embiid, top of the key three, just off. Giannis with the rebound. Giannis will bring the ball across. Giannis takes his own three at the top of the key, and he's off. Chris Middleton with the rebound, dribbles on Ben Simmons down at the post, kick ball Ben Simmons. So 14 seconds on the shot clock. Milwaukee will retain possession. So Justin Miller and Arian, thanks for coming through. This is live basketball commentary only, guys. I cannot show the game. We don't want to get the channel shut down for that. So Ben Simmons will bring the ball across court. Ben Simmons kicks it over on the wing. Ball past Davis. Davis takes the shot off. Rebound by Giannis. Giannis tied up by Ben Simmons. Gets the ball over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the three-pointer. Off. Go ahead, Louis.
Embiid Gives the ball right to Al Horford, being guarded by Matthews. Face up, gets into post position, faces a slight double team. Three guys coming at Horford. Gives it to MB, shoots a three-pointer, and he knocks it down. And the Philadelphia 76ers are, it should be, I think, I guess they're tied at 14. Yes. And Embiid has already come off to a hot start with 7 points. It is 14 all, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first early timeout with 7:03 remaining in the first quarter. Sixers and Bucks tied on 14 on this NBA Christmas special, not only on ABC, but here on the LBFWN and Speak Your Mind Sport Talk with Louis and Dee. So we appreciate everybody coming through for this game. Hopefully more Bucks and Sixers fans come. I think we're going to see an exciting game. So Merry Christmas to everybody, and let's check the chats real quick. Okay, so last one was right here. So it's Uzi, and shout out to you. He said I'm a Sixers fan, but I think the Bucks got the win. It's like I said, I don't know. The Bucks could win because they've been off to a great start, but I think the Sixers could possibly come and win this game. All they have to do, like I said, is like once again play with aggression. Make sure that there's an emphasis and attention to detail because you got Giannis and you got the best team over there. I don't know if that's enough motivation, but it should be. So he says Ben Simmons has more threes than KD and Boogie and John Wall. If we're talking career, I wouldn't think so. But if we're talking this season, yeah, because KD and Boogie and John haven't played basketball, they're all out injured. So, that's the key thing right there. Yeah, so he says this season, so I got it. Shout out to my man Clay Pro. He says I usually favor the Bucks, but I'm gonna go for the Sixers. Okay. He thinks the Sixers are gonna win. He says good choice. And I Can't Hate says, what the F? Didn't know what he was talking about there. Shout out to my main man, Kevin, in the building. Says, salute. Appreciate you, my brother. So, salute to you back. Thank you for coming through and checking this game. It's Uzi says, what are you guys watching on? We're watching this game on ABC. So, if you tune into your local channel, you should be able to catch the game on ABC. So, if you're watching. If you're not able to, then you just kick it in with us as we do the commentary. Because sometimes a lot of blackouts even tend to happen on local channels. And he says Giannis is 0 for 2 from 3 until now. Yep, he's taken 2 attempts. So, and he is right now an 0 from 3-point range right now. Give you confidence, props. I mean, he's not afraid to take those shots, but eventually, IQ matters when it comes to. Is that on your Andy?
Yeah, that was my bad. I'm trying to get my audio straight on my channel. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that you got to give Giannis a lot of credit for having the confidence to shoot it. It's just now a matter of utilizing eventually and developing that IQ into when is a good and when is a bad shot for Giannis because he's just getting into becoming more confident and taking more shots on the perimeter. And I think that's very important. And it Uzi comes back. Okay. So the game is just about to come back. It's Uzi says that he lives in Asia and it's 12 a.m. right now. So wow, I mean, appreciate you for checking in from Asia. I haven't had a lot of people from Asia to even come on my channel, but I appreciate that, man. Hope more guys from out of the countries will check in these games more. So truly appreciate you guys, man. Truly appreciate you checking in from Asia, man. Appreciate that. We don't get a lot of those, so definitely will come in. And I think the stream could be slightly ahead, so let me just restream it real quick, guys. Okay, Giannis has got the basketball, gets to Chris Middleton, comes off the screen, shoots the three-pointer, and knocks it down. And the Milwaukee Bucks now lead 17-14 in the first quarter. So Ben Simmons has got the basketball, gets it to Al Horford. Horford looking, gets it to Tobias Harris, and kicks it out to, well, it looks like he got fouled. I forgot this player's name again. It'll come to me, but shot the ball in the corner, and he does that. So they're showing Al Horford and when he defends Giannis, and Giannis shoots only 47% from the floor when he is guarded by Al Horford, but he shoots 66% against the rest of the league when he's being guarded going into the paint. So it tells you that Al Horford may be slow-footed, but I think he does a good job of using his IQ and his body in terms of guarding some of the bigs and power forwards of the league. So It shows you that he's a very solid defender. Okay, Corkmaz. Okay, now I remember. He got fouled. He got fouled from three, but he makes 2 out of 3 free throws. So it's now 17-16 Milwaukee. So Chris Middleton passes it to Wesley Matthews, gives it to Giannis, being guarded by Al Horford on the low block. We talked about that matchup, folks. Giannis with the turnaround jump shot, and it just misses. So we're seeing a little bit more from his repertoire, but he just missed that shot. So Tobias Harris has got the basketball. Gives it to Korkmaz. Korkmaz comes off the screen, shoots the jump shot, a little strong, and hits back iron. Rebound Wesley Matthews.
I don't know
Screen by
why
Giannis.
I can't get the
All right.
audio right
Well,
over here.
all right. Hopefully you could get that fixed, D. And as I say that Wesley Matthews shoots the floater off the screen by Giannis, knocks it down. Tobias Harris comes right back in transition, knocks down the three-pointer. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 19. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come in. And Giannis takes another three-pointer. He's off again. So he is now 0 for 3 from three-point range. Tobias has got the basketball. Gives it to Korkmaz. Gives it to Tobias. Simmons posts up. Pump fakes. Gives it to Tobias. Tobias comes off the curl. Shoots the jump shot and knocks it down again. And the Sixers retake the lead there of 21-19. Tobias Harris is on fire. Middleton gets into the paint, shoots a right-handed floater. That was a tough floater from that distance, and he misses. Saved by Simmons into the hands of Tobias Harris. Tobias Euro step attacks the paint, but he's blocked by Lopez and good help defense by Giannis. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Sixer basketball. Good extra pass by Horford there on the three-pointer by Tobias on that replay. That's very good ball movement. So D's trying to fix his audio because he's having some audio difficulties, and unfortunately that's what it is. But as I check back in, Horford shoots the three-pointer off the inbound, misses badly. Offensive rebound to Ennis. Gives it to Horford on the face-up on Brook Lopez. Pump fakes, takes a step back, and misses. Damn, never seen Al Horford take a step back, but he missed. Into the hands of George Hill, who just checked in. George Hill passes into Cunningham. Cunningham dribbling, can't find anybody. Gives it to Ilyasova. Nice bounce pass to Cunningham on the layup, just missed. Rebound, Al Horford. That was good defense right there. Ennis shoots a transition three-pointer, no good. Can't hit. Al Horford on the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons drives into the paint, shoots scoop layup, and it is good. And the Sixers have a 4-point lead at 23-19 as Giannis sits down. Ilyasova, Lopez with the basketball. Gives it to George Hill. And we have a foul. Looks like the foul was on Ben Simmons. It looks like Mike Scott is coming in for Tobias Harris. Robin Lopez is in for his brother Brook. One of those rare occurrences, folks, that you see brothers playing on the same team. 4:10 remain in the first quarter. Ball was inbounded by Cunningham to Robin Lopez. Gives it to George Hill. Screen set by Robin Lopez. What is George Hill going to do? He goes over the screen, shoots over the top, shoots the three-pointer, knocks it down. And the Milwaukee Bucks have cut the lead to 123-22. Ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe as you guys come in. Appreciate you guys. So Ben Simmons dribbles, pushes off with the arm, tries to pass a little wild, turns it over. Gives it to Robin Lopez. Robin pump fakes, gives it to Cunningham. Poor decision by Ben Simmons. Cunningham drives all the way to the basket, stumbles, loses his balance. Quick pass to Ilyasova, but he rushed the shot. I think he was surprised how wide open he was, and he missed it. Simmons dribbles the basketball, gives it to Horford, pump fake, takes another step back three on Robin Lopez, and knocks it down with the swish. And ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers are up 26-22. So Mike Budenholzer calls a play. George Hill dribbles the basketball, gives it to Ilyasova, tries to give it to Kyle Korver, but couldn't. Good ball denial. So Cunningham gives it to Ilyasova. Ilyasova passes it to Lopez in the paint, but good defensive awareness by Al Horford on the help and steals it. Simmons with the basketball, dribbles into the paint, tries to shoot. No. Al Horford shoots another three-pointer, misses. Rebound, try to save it to Ennis, but into the hands of Cunningham, gives it to George Hill. George Hill, cross-court pass. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Ilyasova shoots it, knocks it down. Beautiful play by Kyle Korver on that bounce pass off that cross-court pass by George Hill. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another timeout. And so timeout Philadelphia, 2:41 remaining in this first quarter on this NBA Christmas Day. And as the LBFWN says to all you guys also, Merry Christmas. 26-24, 2:41 remaining on the LBFWN. And I'm sorry, D. I got so caught up in the commentary, I forgot I didn't even see you there. So it is the 2:41 remaining in the first quarter. So let us check the chat. And I think again, D is having issues with his having technical difficulties on his end. So our apologies, guys, on D's end. So Freddie says, and shout out to Freddie Gee. He says Giannis knows he can't shoot, but he tries though. The effort is there, and that's what I said. That I give kudos to Giannis Antetokounmpo for making the effort to shoot. Because if he was scared to shoot, you could tell that it would be even easier to guard him. Because it's like you dare. The game plan is the same. You dare to beat him. You dare him to beat you from the outside, but he's doing it. But he's taking more chances. It's Uzi says Freddie Gee. He hit like 5 threes in one game like a few days ago. That's right. But again, are you going to count on Giannis to keep knocking those down consistently? See, that's the thing. As my man D is back. So as we continue in the comments, back in action. That's what I want to hear. That's what's up, man. Fortunately, with this technology be crazy, man. Especially when it comes to the cheap quality with this stuff, man. So continuing in the comment section. But he's 0 for 3 tonight. Yeah, you're right, Azuzi. And he hasn't hit one. What team do you support? To be honest, it doesn't really matter. I'm just here as an NBA fan, and we're just doing the commentary. I want to see a good game from both teams. That's how I approach it. To be honest, I'm a Knicks fan. We haven't been great, but guess what? The best gift of all, my favorite gift, was them not being featured on Christmas, and I support the Knicks. So there you go. And Freddie Gee says, yeah, it was a career night for him. 5 3-pointers. I like the effort though. Yeah, so it was a career high. Career night, but like I said, are we going to count on him to do that consistently? And you would take your chances if you were to bet on Giannis Antetokounmpo consistently trying to shoot and make threes. So, I would have bet on it.
Yeah, I had to come downstairs closer to the Wi-Fi.
That's my man D right there working in that secret room of his up in the darkness. I think he's looking for the light, or there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have light. We have light. And so.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Sorry about all the mishaps here. I had to come down to the office.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
No, I was just going to throw the little wide. I was just going to say we are back. That's all I was going to say. So take over if you're streamed up.
Yep, everything's good, man. I had to bring it on downstairs to the office. I got my office in my basement, so get a little closer to the Wi-Fi. Oh, shot up by Philly. Philly scores again, 24-28. George Hill brings the ball down. Connaughton with the ball at the top, tries to get it inside. A nice hand by Joel Embiid. And that was actually a really good hand by Joel Embiid because it went out of bounds on Korver, so Philly will get the ball back.
All right, so Embiid's got the ball on the right block. He's being guarded by Robin Lopez, and he tries to go for the shot and ends up getting fouled. So it looks like that was in the act of shooting. So Embiid will go to the free throw line for 2:01 remaining in the first quarter, 28-24, Philadelphia 76ers over the Milwaukee Bucks. Right here on the LBFWN with Louis and Dee on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Appreciate you guys on this Christmas Day.
And I will say this, man. Philly needs this game. They gotta, this game. If they can beat the Bucks, that'll make a statement because they've been on a little bit of a slide, and a lot of people expected, this to be a Bucks versus Philly show for the East, but the Bucks have taken off on them. So if they can beat the Bucks in this game, it makes a statement. So Embiid hits the second free throw, and it's 30-24. Philly now with a 6-point lead. George Hill brings the ball down. passes it to Ilyasova. Ilyasova over to Cal Korver for the three, drains it 27-30. Milwaukee Bucks. Cal Korver's known for that quick release. He's been doing it for years.
All right, Embiid with the spin move on Lopez and hits a turnaround jump shot in the post. Nice move by Embiid. And the Sixers now lead 32-27 with 122 remaining. Ilyasova with the basketball gives it to Pat Connaughton. Connaughton kicks it to Lopez. Lopez shoots a three-pointer in rhythm, just misses. Nice shot, though. And rebound goes to, was it in the hands of Mike Scott?
And I don't really like Robin Lopez shooting those threes. I don't know why he's starting to take that shot, but I think he should leave those 3-pointers to his brother. Nice 3-point shot by Trey Burke. Trey Burke coming from the New York Knicks.
Oh, and I just realized something, that Trey Burke, his idol is Allen Iverson, and he's playing for AI's first team he was drafted to with Philly. So big ups to Trey Burke on that one. Allen Iverson looking like with the cornrows. So George Hill spins, gives it to Lopez, who shoots another three-pointer, misses. And like D said, I don't like Lopez, Robin Lopez, that is. His brother Book should be shooting, as D is having technical difficulties once again. So I would take over. Embiid, right there in the post-up, shoots from the top of the key on the face-up, misses, rebound, Kyle Korver. Already made an impact in this game. Gives it to George Hill. George Hill pulls up for three, and he knocks it down, ladies and gentlemen. And so both teams, it's a high-scoring first quarter, 29 seconds remaining, 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock, and the Sixers are now up 35-30. So Trey Burke's got the basketball. Like I said, 5-second difference between shot clock to game clock. Trey Burke is dribbling the ball, 11 seconds on the shot clock. We got 10. Josh Richardson, he passes it, screen by Embiid. Josh shoots a three, and he's blocked by Connaughton. Embiid shoots a three, and he knocks it down. And the Sixers are now up 38-30. There's a steal by Richardson. They turn it over. Gives it to Mike Scott, who then loses the ball, and he turns it over. So the Bucks retain possession. So we got 0.8 seconds on the clock. And let's see what the Bucks do here. They just inbounded to Connaughton, and he just throws a heave even at the buzzer. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of quarter number one. Embiid hits a three-pointer, and the Philadelphia 76ers are up through one, 38-30 with the Bucks on the LBFWN with Speaking My Sports Talk and Louis with Louis and Dee.
All right, y'all, Louis, keep an eye on me, buddy, because I might flash it and out there on you. But look, I will say this, man. I think that the Bucks coach need to talk to Robin Lopez and talk to him about shooting those threes up. He's not a great three-pointer. He's Brook Lopez. And I don't know why he has the idea to keep jacking these threes up. That can cost him later in the game if he doesn't cut back on that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him shooting it either. I think his brother, Brook Lopez, is more equipped to shoot the threes than Robin Lopez. He's really more so known as a defender, and he's a guy who works in the post. Not a dependable scorer, but not consistent, but at least dependable enough. So he should be just trying to get rebounds and just playing good, solid defense, okay? Because that's what he's really much known for. So let's just go into the chat real quick.
All right, go ahead. Let's do that.
All right. So as I say that, shout out to my main man, Josh the GOAT in the building. Says Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas to you, bro. Hope everything is good on this Christmas day with you. He says he'll be in and out today. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. There's no problem, no biggies, man. I know some people are probably moving, even some people working at Christmas. And I want to say to the people who are working on Christmas Day, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas day, and hopefully you guys get out early, which is probably going to be most likely, man. But I hope you'll be able to enjoy it, where you could be. And for those who are watching at home, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas with your families on this beautiful Christmas day today. So it's Uzi, who says he's a Sixers fan. He tried to say Trey Burke, which he says Trey. And he says, Allen Iverson is my favorite player of all time. All right, no problem, man. I said AI was a beast in his heyday. I mean, his ability to dominate the game of basketball, taking the amount of hits that he did, playing with a tremendous amount of heart, and always gave it 125% on the court. Can't say nothing about AI, man. And he's a cultural icon for what he did to the game of basketball, and the influence that he put in the league. You know, so has a lot of love and a lot of hate in one time too. Go ahead, D.
Yeah, now Trey Burke, man, it's another one of the Knicks pieces that they had at one point and they let go of. We let go some really solid players, man, and basically got nothing in return. So, but Trey Burke, I think he's solid. He shoots the three well. He handles the ball well, and is a good addition to the 76ers. I wanted to say this too about Robin Lopez. Not to disagree with you, but I think he's somewhat underrated of what he can do in the post. He's not pretty with it, but he can score pretty good in the post. He's not the best post player, but he can get you some buckets down there. But as far as his shooting goes, he just needs to stop jacking up those threes, man. I've never even really seen Robin Lopez good when it comes to 15, 16-foot jumpers. So he needs to stay away
Right.
from the three-point line. I don't know why he's falling in love with that shot.
Gotcha. And Kevin says, how was the game going? So to just update you real quick, it is 38-30, Philadelphia 76ers through one quarter. And it looks like we have just started the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So Giannis is back in the game. Giannis gives the ball to George Hill. Giannis gets into the paint,
Georgia.
kicks it to Brooke Lopez, who misses the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia basketball.
I
And
might
ladies and
have to
gentlemen,
refresh my screen. I'm a little behind you.
so, ladies and gentlemen, I will be checking chats on the next timeout. So me and D will be checking. So Tobias Harris with the basketball gives it to Embiid on the left block, being guarded. There's a slight double team right there, and look at the position of the Bucks players. Embiid just faces up, shooting, and he scores again. Embiid is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. And the Philadelphia 76ers have a 10-point lead. Giannis dribbles all the way into the paint, goes with a hook shot and misses. Nice turnaround hook shot by Giannis. Didn't see that one before. Rebound to Trey Burke. Embiid with the basketball gives it to Tobias
Tobias
Harris.
Harris.
Right side being guarded by Kyle Korver. That was great defense by Kyle Korver, man, and forced him into a tough shot. Giannis dribbles all the way into the paint. Nice bounce pass to Brooke Lopez, and he just misses the layup, missed one.
And
Trey
I'm
Burke
on
dribbles.
Embiid with the rebound, and Trey Burke will bring the ball up. Trey Burke at the top of the key, passes it over to Embiid. Embiid over to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris working Kyle Korver. Stumbles, shoots the jumper, and misses everything. Giannis with the rebound, and he'll bring the ball back across court. Giannis straight down the lane to Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez misses. Embiid with the rebound. Trey Burke will bring it 3-on-3. Burke back to Scott. Scott misses the three. A lot of missed shots going on here, guys. Giannis again, coast to coast. Blocked by Joel Embiid. Nice defense by Joel Embiid. Chris Middleton. Step back jumper by Chris Middleton. He misses. Rebounded by Joel Embiid.
I think you're way behind, D, because it's already 43-32.
All right, you go ahead and take over. I'm going to catch this stream up.
All right, so Josh Richardson dribbles to the basket, allows it to Embiid, and he throws it down. And the Sixers have now established a 13-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. 9:30 remaining in the second quarter. Joel Embiid already has 18 points, and we're not even 3 minutes through the second quarter yet. Giannis with the basketball, screen, gives it to Middleton. Middleton dribbles all the way right. Middleton loses it, and we have a foul on Josh Richardson. So let's see. That was a nice play by jumps off the curl, allows it with the left hand. Embiid actually had to adjust his hand because he tried to cuff it, but he lost a little bit of the handle. But it was able to muscle it through on that alley-oop. So this Bucks have basketball. Giannis tries to stutter step, dribble left, dribbles. Giannis on him, takes him out to the basket, and tries it, fakes, shoots, and misses. Okay, Giannis may have missed it, but I'm seeing a little bit more moves from Giannis in this game. Tobias Harris with the basketball. Gives it to Embiid, top of the key, and gets stripped. Embiid looking for a foul, no call. Giannis pushing the ball. and strides, and he throws it down with a one-hander. And Philadelphia now leads 45-34 as D goes out again. I'll just be taking over right now. D's been having technical difficulties so far, but hopefully he could get back and there's some consistency. So Trey Burke looking to get it to MB, but good job by Dibichenko with the cutoff. Gives it to Richardson, shoots a three-pointer, and he knocks another one down. And Philadelphia is now up by 14, biggest lead of the game, 48-34. Kyle Korver passes it to Dibichenko. Tries to go around the screen, gives it to Embiid, gives it to Giannis. Giannis, Middleton calling for the ball, trying to get position, but good job by Richardson. So Middleton attacks the paint with the left hand, and he gets blocked by Embiid, but it is a goaltend. I felt like that ball was probably going to go in anyway. So nice job by Middleton getting to the rim.
8:34, Philly up.
That was a nice throw down by Giannis on that replay right there. On that replay.
What's the time on your stream, Louis?
8:02.
All right, we on point. We on point. So I'm wondering if these referees are going to start calling this foul on Giannis Antetokounmpo because listen, he can't keep dropping that shoulder into Embiid's chest every time he runs down there. Bro. He's done that probably about 4 or 5 times. I think I have to say that's an offensive foul because he's definitely shouldering this guy. You know what I mean? Anybody else, they're definitely going to call an offensive foul. And I believe Giannis is going to get really upset when they start calling that on him.
Yeah. And so Embiid had to sit down because I think that was either his second or his third foul while Giannis goes to the free throw line. And good job avoiding a technical on Embiid's part. That was actually good on his part. So Giannis at the free throw line. First free throw is off. And that's his second missed free throw already. Yeah, that was Embiid's second foul. He's already got 18 points in 12 minutes. And Embiid already with his trolling. Here we go. Trying to get the crowd into it. And we know how that dude likes to be when it comes to his trolls.
Well, I think Embiid has, a case of being a little frustrated there, man. Because they're calling the fouls on him, but he's, in my opinion, he's clearly been fouled about 4 times by Giannis. No calls. I don't think they can continue to let Giannis keep dropping that shoulder like that into the middle of his chest.
So Giannis' second free throw is good. He has 8 points, and the Philly is up 48-37. Josh Richardson comes back, shoots a jump shot, misses. Rebound to Brook Lopez in the hands of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I don't know how I keep falling behind. Go ahead, though. You go ahead and run the stream.
All right. So the basketball gets stuck as Brook Lopez shot the three on the pass from Giannis. It is over the backboard, and we're going to wait until they can get the ball down. There we go. Nice job by Tobias Harris. And the ball will go to Philadelphia as Lopez has a conversation with Al Horford. So it is Sixers ball, 48-37 Philadelphia. Philadelphia's played really well in this first half. The Bucks have got to pick it up defensively. The three-point defense has been bad. Simmons with the basketball gives it to Richardson. Richardson going around to a couple little screens. Good defense by Dibichenko on the anticipation of the pass. Gets poked from behind, but Giannis picks it up. Giannis with the layup scores, and the Bucks have cut it within 9, 48-39. So Simmons has got the basketball. He's bringing the ball up. Simmons calls out a play. So he gives it to Richardson. Gets to the three-point line with no resistance, shoots it, but he just misses. Rebound, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo pulls up for 3, misses. That's his 4th miss from 3. He's 0 for 4. Middleton tried to pull up, didn't take it. Lopez dribbles, and Simmons tries to play the defense, and he does. Great job by Simmons on the defensive play on the help and force the turnover on the Bucks. So it'll be Sixers basketball.
Yeah, and Philly's looking pretty good in this game. Hopefully they can keep it up on the offensive end because you do know that the Bucks are going to make a run. And Philly just needs to keep with the defense and keep putting that ball in the basket. At no chance do they need to run cold against this Milwaukee Bucks team.
Agreed. So we have a timeout right now. So let's look into the chat. And Philadelphia, I don't know what their record is. I forgot what the record is, but it's actually the best record start for them since the 2001 Sixers, and that has it's Uzi's favorite player of all time, Allen Iverson, who was on that Sixers team that went to the NBA Finals that year. So shout out to It's Uzi. So Clay Pro says, I think Milwaukee is trying to force Embiid out of the paint and rebound for an easy layup, but it's not working. Well, it's not working because Embiid is getting himself in good position, and he's been knocking his shots very consistently. He's 7 out of 10 from the field with 18 points in the first half. And like I said, he did it in very short time, so he could have had even more. But he had to sit down with the 2 fouls. And that was a good job by Brett Brown tonight, having pick up his third. Clay Pro says Sixers keep getting the rebound. Yeah, the Bucks are shooting a lot of outside shots. They need to start attacking the paint, in my opinion, because that's why the Sixers are getting more defensive rebounds. That's because of the Bucks shooting so many threes right now. Shout out to Anthony Rose. Anthony Rose says, "What's up, fam? What is up, Anthony Rose? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Merry Christmas to you. Hope everything is good with you."
Make sure you hit that like, Anthony Rose, and hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Clay Pro in the building.
Clay Pro says, "Yep, that's why, because as long as Embiid is in the paint, Giannis is forced to shoot threes." Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. When you build a wall, and D was mentioning it about that Giannis bulldozing his way to the rim. I wonder when they're going to start calling those calls, and eventually he will get frustrated because he kind of gets away with kind of using that forearm when he attacks the basket. So D makes a great point. And shout out to Ituzi again. He says Giannis is 3 for 9. Yeah, he's not shooting well. And remember, 4 of his 9 attempts have been from the 3-point line. So which means that Giannis is going to have to find a way to get himself some easy baskets to get his outside shot going. That's how he was able to beat the Lakers on that Thursday last week.
Right. And Uzi says 4 of 11 now. And, that just shows you, man. Yeah, neither of these guys are spectacular 3-point shooters. And when I say neither of these guys, I mean Robin and Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they got to try to get down there in the hole. The thing is, Joel Embiid is a terrific defender. And he's long. So Giannis is not easily able to manipulate Joel Embiid down there.
Right. And so it's Uzi comes back before the game gets started, and he says, "I loved how AI carried the Sixers to the finals in 2001." Yeah, when you look at that team, they really didn't have as much. AI was clearly their best player.
All right, on my side, we got Wooly Boy stepped in the building. What's up, D? Yep, Christmas basketball, yes sir. And Toby Barley say he just came to hit that like. Appreciate you, Toby. So Giannis gets the ball off right before the shot clock. He couldn't get it, gets his rebound, but he loses it. Ben Simmons over to I can't pronounce that guy's last name. Al Horford with the ball.
Then that's Korkmaz.
And he misses that. Tobias Harris with the rebound, puts it back up, and Harris is off. Nice hands by Ben Simmons to snatch the ball from Giannis. Gets it out to Tobias Harris for the score, 50-39, guys.
Then you're slightly behind D. Tobias Harris shoots a 3-pointer, knocks it down again, and Tobias Harris is on fire. And the Sixers now lead 53-39. Budenholzer has to call another timeout. And right now it is 5:31 in the second quarter. The Sixers are up 53-39. They have reestablished their lead back up to 14. Tobias Harris is shooting the lights out right now from the field. So shout out to Tobias Harris right now as the Sixers are up by 14, and we are on a commercial break. So make sure to like the stream as you guys come in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new on the LBFWN. Basketball Live with Louis and Dee, episode 14, Bucks versus Sixers on this Christmas Day special. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, to remind you guys, this is our first of 2 games. In the nightcap, we will be doing Lakers versus Clippers, all right? So I know a lot of people will be excited about that game. Go ahead, D.
So where's your stream at, bro? I'm trying to catch this thing up. I keep refreshing it. Are you on the Bad Boys commercial preview for the movie?
No. I'm on Let me see. It says some gifts don't want wait under the tree. Give victoriously. No, I was on the Grey Goose vodka commercial. I'm on
All right, okay.
Crack Stream.
Oh, okay. You still on the vodka commercial, or you on something else?
I just got. Yeah. Let me see. No, I'm on the Google Pixel 4 commercial now.
All right, I just got there. I might be slightly behind. I'm trying to get this thing where we're even so we can swap the commentary. Wooly Boy say, hit that like button, suckers. I appreciate you, Wooly Boy. Got some basketball live commentary for you guys. Basketball live with Louis and Dee. And if you haven't subscribed to the LBFWN, get on over there and subscribe. That's my partner in crime in this basketball thing. And if you speak your mind sports talk, you will catch.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, man, for some reason, it's extremely out of hand on this end, man. A lot of them are just like, like he was saying, if you haven't catch it, if you catch it, like the LBS of the end, if you don't catch it, you can have it. Once again, man, we really appreciate all of you guys, man. Like I said, man, keep it up, man. You guys, we appreciate you guys, man, for coming through, man. So, the team says, second best player, with the national team. I mean, yeah, because they got him in that trade for a little bit of the system. I think like, uh,
Settling for three-point shots, which that's not going to help them win this game. Not at all. So waiting for my man Louis. All right, I think I'm back now, Louis.
Yep. I was just telling folks from It's Uzi's comment when he was saying that the second best player was Dikembe, and I said yeah that the Sixers that year had to give up a lot to get him, and I also said that it propelled them to go to the NBA Finals because the thing their trademark was defense, and Allen Iverson was clearly their best scorer, and Dikembe actually had a good postseason scoring the basketball in those 2001 playoffs. I remember that was actually some of the best playoffs in NBA.
So back to the game. Chris Middleton over to Brook Lopez. Over to Ilyasova for the 15-foot jumper. Ilyasova misses. Ben Simmons will bring the ball over for the 76ers. Ben Simmons will bring the ball. And for the layup, that's Smith out for the rebound. Kicks it back out to Ennis. Ennis misses them out Horford. So Milwaukee will get the ball back. We call those. I got to just bring the ball up for Milwaukee. Bucks find themselves down right now. Just go over to Middleton. Middleton for the step back. And it's him for the score 55 39, guys. Philly's trying to open up this lead. So over here on the LBFWN, got to think but he will be back in. Coming in now. Are you back there, Louis? We lost you for a second.
No, yeah, no. Whatchamacallit, you were sounding muffled and it was going like super quick. That must be an issue with StreamYard. I don't know if that's from my laptop, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So I have to leave the studio to come back. That way it doesn't interrupt the live. So that's why I left off.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I think it may be StreamYard, man, because I'm having a couple of issues over on my channel too. But we're going to get through this, guys. Happy holidays. So it's 55-42, and Philly just gets the steal. Al Horford kicks the ball up. Okay, we have a foul. Foul called on Wesley Matthews, so Philly will maintain possession.
And now Horford will be subbed out as Embiid checks back in. Middleton also gets subbed out. 55-42 Philadelphia ahead of Milwaukee by 13. 3:31 remaining in the second quarter. 20 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Like and subscribe to both channels as you guys come in on Speaking My Sports Talk and LBFWN. So Simmons with the basketball gives it to Mike Scott, who gives it to Korsmack. And Kyle Korver saying that the ball was turned over, but they're saying Sixer ball. It looks like there could be a confusion. Not really sure. It looks like the Sixers will retain possession.
So finally, 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half, and Louis and I are on point.
So the ball misses. Kyle Korver with the rebound. Kyle Korver looking, gives it to Robin Lopez. Kyle Korver gets the ball back, shoots a jump shot, and for some reason the stream just skipped some part. Maybe he might have missed it. Wait, and it's again. I guess they're trying to update the stream because Embiid is already back in the game, and it's 58-42 Milwaukee, and he has 21 points at the half on 8 of 11 shooting. So Robin Lopez bumps into Embiid in the post, shoots the hook shot, and it is good. And so Philly is now up 58-44, and so Ennis gives the ball to Simmons. Simmons drives, and he knocks it down on the right-handed bank shot off the left side of the floor. And the Sixers now lead 60-44 as Giannis is waiting to check back in. Ben Simmons with 6 points and 7 assists. Go ahead, D.
So George Hill will bring the ball up the court. Dribbles around Ilyasova's screen, stops, gives it to Lopez. Lopez out on the wing, back to George Hill. George Hill dribbles down into the lane with the floater. Nice shot by George Hill, 46-60. And Ben Simmons slowly brings the ball up. 2 minutes left in the half. Barely getting over that line. We have another foul call. I believe that's on George Hill. Foul Richardson coming around the screen. And that we're definitely on point, Louis, because the double skip by the stream, it happened over here too. I think they were trying to catch up with the live action.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to
yes, sir. Love Christmas Day games. I appreciate you coming through to listen with LBFWN and Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, Justin.
All right, so Josh Richardson comes off, Curl shoots off the shot, and he scores. And the Philadelphia 76ers go back up by 16, 62-46. He's played well with 13 points in the first half.
Definitely so. So Giannis back in the game, and Giannis has the ball at the top of the key. Giannis dribbles, passes the ball off to George Hill. George Hill with the 17-foot jumper drains it. So it's 48-62. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the half. Ben Simmons has the ball. He'll bring it across the court for Philly. So Ben's slowing the action down, gets the ball over to Richardson. Richardson dribbles around the Embiid screen, drives down into the lane, and loses the ball out of bounds, but it's off of a Milwaukee player, so Philly will retain possession.
And as you say that, D, my stream is buffering a little bit. Let me see if I can just get it back real quick. They were just showing the national TV schedule. San Antonio plays Dallas tomorrow.
So
Portland plays
So the ball passed into Embiid, and Giannis tries to get the steal, but fouls Joel Embiid. So it's Joel Embiid, I believe they're in the penalty now. So Joel Embiid will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2 free throws.
So Embiid, 21 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds. It's a season high in the first half. First free throw was good. That was his 22nd point. And he's going to go for point number 23 with 105 remaining. Philly leads 63-48.
And Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris are feeling it. I mean, these guys are shooting lights out. They're playing good ball. And this is why Philly find themselves up 16 points against the best team in the league right now. So then Vincenzo with the ball, passes it over to Giannis. Giannis dribbles around Ben Simmons. Short jump hook. He misses. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Simmons will bring the ball down. Richardson for the 3. Drains it. Philly on fire. 19-point lead by the Philadelphia 76ers. 40 seconds left in the half. George Hill brings the ball across the court, slows it down some, has Richardson on the defense. George Hill will dribble around the Giannis screen, passes it in the corner to Robin Lopez for yet another three and an air ball. They really need to talk to Robin Lopez about shooting these threes, man. I don't think that he's hit one yet, and I'm not sure why he continues to shoot those or why the coach allows him to continue to shoot those. So Richardson with the ball, he'll slash, drive the lane, kicks it back to Embiid. Embiid kicks it over to Korkmaz. Korkmaz drives with the nice floater. So a 21-point lead by the Sixers guys going into the half. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Ellis throws up a shot and misses. So the Philadelphia 76ers will go into the half with a 21-point lead over the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm pretty sure that no one expected this for Christmas Day, guys.
Wow, this is the second straight game that I'm already seeing that we're seeing already a double-digit lead at the half. And what I'm noticing that, and let me just go to the comment real quick with Clay Pro, because he says, "Wow, Horford and Embiid are both clogging the paint. Wow, regardless of the fouls from the Sixers big man, game's over." And it's true because the Bucks are shooting way too many threes, and they're kind of getting exposed right now. So, as Clay Pro was saying right here, you got to be kidding me, but he's getting exposed. As D said, why is Robin Lopez shooting corner threes when he should not be shooting threes, period? And I said that the Bucks needed to find a way to get some easy baskets. Yeah, they moved the ball, but look, they're clogging the paint so much, Milwaukee can't really get anything going. And that's why they find themselves down 21 points.
And I want to say this. I wouldn't be so quick to say that Milwaukee is getting exposed because everyone knows that you got to get in front of Giannis and not let him get down into that post and have his way. Now, again, Philadelphia is a pretty lengthy team. They have some guys down there who has length for Giannis, and he can't just have his way. But you also have to account, I believe Robin Lopez have jacked up 5 3-pointers. You can't be doing that because they're not going to just control the boards as they're comfortable with doing over a lot of teams. The Milwaukee Bucks are a lengthy team themselves, so they enjoy controlling the boards over a lot of teams, but they're not going to control that. Robin Lopez needs to take better shots, and the coach needs to tell him no more threes, period. He does not need to be shooting threes. They're missing threes, but Philly are hitting their threes, and this has a lot to do with why you see this wide gap.
I will say that if there's one team that can match up against the Milwaukee Bucks, it's the team that they're playing right now, the Philadelphia 76ers, because their bigs can not only clog up the paint, but they can space the floor and they can hit more threes consistently. That's why I said that if Milwaukee's not careful and they play a team like this, if the Sixers get themselves right, this is the best matchup for them against the Milwaukee Bucks. Because when I look at the Toronto Raptors, to me, they don't have the firepower. They don't have to meet enough. And they will need they don't have enough. They look like they score a lot of offense in the regular season, but I don't think they're going to be as potent in the postseason. That's just my opinion. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the first half stats. I'm just going to look at some key players and just kind of keep it short and quick on this Christmas Day, as I have continued to do, because sometimes I always tend to go on these long rants when it comes to these stats, but going to try to keep it short and simple, do the KISS method, And for those, a lot of people should know what the KISS method is. But anyway, first half stats. George Hill shooting the ball very well. He has 12 points in the first half. He leads all Bucks scorers, Giannis with 10 and Chris Middleton with 8. No other player even has at least 6. Philadelphia, Embiid, killing it, 23 first half points. Josh Richardson, 16 points quietly. I didn't even know he had more points than Tobias Harris because with the way Tobias was shooting, it looked like he had 18 and a half, but he only has 12. And Ben Simmons only has 6 with 8 assists and 3 rebounds. So if we go to the stats real quick, Sixers are shooting 51%. Bucks are shooting 40. Sixers, D mentioned about how the Sixers are making their threes. They're 11 of 22 from three-point range. That's 50% compared to 31% for the Milwaukee Bucks. So they are plus 15 from the 3-point line. Another thing, they've got 19 assists in the first half. They're already going to break over 30 if they continue to move the ball. The Bucks only have 10, but that's all because of also they've missed a lot of shots. And those are pretty much really the most telltale stats. So it's really the 3-point shooting and the assists and the field goal percentage for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're doing a great job shooting the ball, and they're also moving the ball. They got 19 assists as a team. So shout out to Philadelphia for their first half. 69-48, sorry.
So my man King Got Game stepped in here, and King Got Game says, I'm on the road. What's the score? Well, the score, surprisingly, King, is 48-69. The 76ers up. Milwaukee is off on shooting, and they're clogging the paint and not allowing Giannis to have his way in the hole. So this is what we expect, guys, of the Philadelphia 76ers. This is the team that we expect to see. And you guys have to remember, these were supposed to be the two premier teams in the league, but this may be a preview of what we have in the playoffs. So, stay posted. Thanks for coming through, King Got Game. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, happy holidays to you. You know I don't celebrate Christmas, but happy holidays to you. I'm gonna call you back, baby, as soon as I get off this live. Okay. All right. Love you. All right. Sorry, guys. My oldest daughter, she's down in Texas in school. She was calling me for Christmas, but yeah. So yeah, King. But like I was saying about the Philadelphia 76ers, a lot of us expected that the 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks would be leading the way, but 76ers find themselves like fourth in the East, I think right now, fourth or fifth in the East. And, they need to step it up. But this is the 76ers that I've been expecting to see, and they're playing phenomenally today.
What's so crazy is that I feel like that they haven't lived up to expectations, but somehow they have their best start in franchise history since the AI 2001 Philadelphia 76ers, which is interesting. But and this is the Philly team that a lot of people kind of envision, especially Sixers fans entering this season. They just haven't lived up to it. But it's good that they're showing it against the best team in the league in the Milwaukee Bucks. You want to play your best against the best teams in the league because, one, it's Christmas. Number two, national TV, and you want to make a statement from here on out that it's going to be a battle throughout the season, especially with these two teams battling for that number one spot in the Eastern Conference. And right now the Bucks are miles ahead because they have less losses than just about every other team in that conference. So they're 5.5 games ahead of Philly for that number one seed. So let us look into the comments really quick. Clay Pro says the coach, and that's Mike Budenholzer, for those who don't know that he's talking about, he's praying that Lopez can start making those threes, but it ain't happening. And like Dee said, he's going to have to sit down Robin Lopez and have a conversation with him and tell him, dude, do what you do best. Rebound, play solid defense, and when you get in the post, make sure that the moves that you do, just be effective. And because the thing, like Dee said, it's not pretty, okay? It's not flashy, but he can get the job done and score in the post when he, gets in there. So just do what you do best. So shout out to Clay Pro on that. And
think back to a guy like Karl Malone. Karl Malone wasn't the prettiest guy in the post, but Karl Malone used to make shots, bro. And if you can make the shots, you don't have to be pretty. It's about making the shots. Robin Lopez is more suited to do what he does down in the post. Let your brother shoot the three-pointers. You got Chris Middleton out there to shoot the three-pointers. You got Kyle Korver on the floor to shoot the three-pointers. You kick the ball out, man. George Hill can shoot the three, but he needs to stop shooting the
DiVincenzo. I mean, you got 3-point shooters, man, so there ain't no need for you to be shooting that basketball, trying to make your centers. And like Clay Pro said, that's not a good game plan, and I agree with him. It's Uzi says JoJo's got 23 at the half. Yep, he's been balling right now. They have no answer for him right now. So they need to figure out how to slow Embiid down. Freddie Gee says, yeah. Giannis has 14 out of 49 attempts. He has to let others get their shots off. Middleton has 8 shots. I think George Hill should get more shots up. Yeah, the ball needs to definitely be spread around because if you look at Philadelphia, everybody's getting a balance of shots right now, and with that, that's why they have 19 assists. The ball is spreading around because if you look at Richardson and you look at Tobias Harris and Embiid, they each have about 12 to 13 shots, which means everybody's getting a chance to shoot the basketball. So, that was a good point,
No,
Freddie.
and I want to say this to Freddie to the point that he just made. It's almost like a two-edged sword too, Freddie, because you have to think your star player has to get hot. If your star player doesn't get hot, you lose. So, Giannis is not, he has to see that ball go into the hole. So it's kind of a fine line there when you think about Giannis taking too many shots versus him trying to get into offensive rhythm. We have to allow him to get into offensive rhythm because if Giannis doesn't, the Bucks definitely lose. But on another note, Boston Celtics, they beat the Raptors 118 to 102. And the thing that I wanted to point out about this game is Jaylen Brown. This may be Jaylen Brown's breakout game for this season. They need him. They need this dude to produce, and he led the way for the Boston Celtics today, and that might be good news for the Boston Celtics.
I mean, yeah, look at it. Jason Tatum just had 39 points, a career high on Sunday night. And like Dee said, that Jaylen Brown just had himself a career game. I mean, it's going to be dangerous if they can get a collective guy consistently step up for them with that young team. Gordon Hayward just came back. And like I said, if he can be able to find himself at an all-star level, you're talking about Kemba, Gordon, Tatum, and Brown. Now you have yourself 4 consistent scorers on the basketball team. And most importantly, in your starting lineup. So that's very important. They're gonna need Jaylen Brown, especially as this season goes along, for the Celtics to hopefully have a chance to make a deep playoff run. So that is definitely important. And let me just say this: I just found this out. Are you? I'm hoping that Indiana fans are super excited because I just read that your man Victor Oladipo, 2-time All-Star Victor Oladipo, is targeting a January return back in the league. So he's planning to come back in January. That is his target return. So he may be back in January.
Wow.
And I projected that he possibly would be back in January. And as Dee, just went out, right now, Victor Oladipo is looking to return in January. So this is huge news for the Pacers. I mean, for them to play this well without him, and if he could get acclimated, quite possibly to get his timing back, this would be wonders for the Indiana Pacers now because they have a go-to scorer that they have not had, all season. So this is big news for Indiana. So Pacer fans, I hope you're excited because Oladipo is planning to make his return in January. So that's what I just heard. So that is very exciting news for the Indiana Pacers. So if you're an Indiana Pacers fan, you have to be ecstatic that you'll get the opportunity to see Victor Oladipo possibly come back and help that Indiana team.
Back in action, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So that's great news if you're Indiana. So if you're an Indiana fan, man, you have to be excited to hear that Victor Oladipo is nearing his return. He is targeting mid-January. That is from the report.
So the Philadelphia 76ers they're balling out of control today. And hopefully the Philadelphia 76ers can do this going into the All-Star break. This is the kind of breakout game they needed. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going into the All-Star break and then come.
Let me see if these going to go out again. Hopefully not, but it's like StreamYard has been on their inconsistencies yet again. And we're going to get through this somehow, guys. And we apologize for all of this, man. It's just technology just has a way of letting you down. That's just the way it is with this. So right now he says that we're 5th right now. That's what Uzi saying. Well, he meant to say 4th. Freddie says the Sixers have been my dark horse pick for the finals 2 years in a row. Yeah, says Stephen A. Smith also. And to make the finals, but they didn't do it. Hopefully they can do it this year. Who knows? Clay Pro says, I agree with Freddie Gee. Freddie also says the Bucks are designed for 5 and out so that Giannis has plenty of space to work with. Unfortunately, Robin has to shoot that three to complement Giannis' skill set, which cannot possibly be a good thing come postseason. And this is why Giannis having a jump shot is crucial because it will open up the floor more. And shout out to my man Kevin. That is great news if you're an Indiana Pacers fan and a basketball fan in general, man. It is huge news. So, because they have a really nice team if you look at their team. And so, whatchamacallit, Freddie Gee says, what do you tell me about old school basketball? You don't need the ball to create rhythm, backdoor cuts, and run the lanes in transition. Let others touch that rock so they can help you.
Great defender. If he develops a jump shot, that team is lights out, and that's what they need to do with him off season, and even during this season, they need to try to develop Ben Simmons' jump shot. So, Louis, I'm not sure if it's me or if it's StreamYard. Are you having any issues with your stream over there, buddy?
I've had some issues, man, because like I told you, I had to log out and get them back right in when I had to leave the studio. So I had a little bit, and then it was like you were muffling. So there's got to be some kind of issue with StreamYard on both of our accounts. That's what I think is going on. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, and then I thought that we would probably be solo on Christmas Day, but as I looked around on YouTube, it's actually a lot of people running lives on Christmas, so just might be a
Mm-hmm.
streaming thing. Period.
That's what probably it is.
So back to action, and the Milwaukee Bucks has the ball. You just stream up, Lewis.
My stream is now up,
All right, take over the action, buddy.
and my stream just went out as Middleton shot that jump shot. So let me just click back right. Okay. So he knocked it down anyway, and so Tobias Harris has got the basketball, ladies and gentlemen. It is 69-50 in favor of the Sixers. They're up 19. Simmons dribbles, gets into the paint, misses the shot, rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. He dribbles, long stride, gets into the paint, and he gets blocked by Embiid. Embiid with the defense, and this is what Clay Pro was talking about in terms of the exposing. I just want to say exposed, but it is affecting him. Steal by Brook Lopez. Debichenko gives it to Giannis, pushes off in the paint, and he gets the two. And this is what D was talking about. He got away with that push off on Tobias. Tobias was calling for an offensive foul. No call. Giannis gets the dunk. So it's 69-52 in favor of the Sixers.
Yeah,
So
and
Embiid,
I hate
go
to
ahead.
keep going back to this, but this has been a season long thing. The officiating is horrible, man.
No, it really has been. I can't tell you how bad it's been. Just look at that Raptors Pacers game. That was some bad officiating in that game too.
Absolutely terrible. But Joel Embiid, let's give Joel Embiid a shout out. Joel Embiid is playing absolutely lights out defense this game. And he's not doing a lot of complaining. You see LeBron James take these charges and stuff like that. He cries. He doesn't even get back on defense. But Joel Embiid is just taking it in stride, and he keeps playing ball. And that's what you want to see in your
And as,
star
and,
player.
that, and as I say that, Chris Middleton, and he says that Middleton knocks it down, 15-point game. Tobias Harris comes back, shoots a jump shot, misses. Al Horford rebound, and looks like we have a foul. So it is staying right there. The Bucks are playing with a little bit more fire and energy in this third quarter.
Yeah, hopefully they keep Robin Lopez off that 3-point line.
So Simmons gives the ball to Embiid, right side of the floor, gives it to Josh Richardson, trying to dribble around. Screen by Embiid. He goes through the screen, pick and pop. Embiid pump fakes on Brook Lopez, takes a little step back, misses, rebound to Dibichenko. And if you're Embiid, you don't want to settle for jump shots in this half. Keep the pressure. Giannis gets stripped. Good body control by Embiid, which allowed the strip. Kicks it out to Richardson in transition for three, misses. Rebound Wesley Matthews. And a foul is on Ben Simmons using his body, pushing Wesley Matthews out of bounds. So it'll be Bucks ball. But once again, Giannis trying to dribble, and he can't dribble around Embiid. Embiid is using his body very well, and it's causing him to lose the handle on the basketball. And Embiid strips him on the way down. So the first thing he does, ladies and gentlemen, is that he builds a wall, and then he strips. That's great defense by Embiid. Great defense.
Yeah.
So Middleton.
And
So
you
Middleton.
know,
Go ahead.
no, well, Middleton drives down into the lane, gets stopped. Giannis steps back behind the 3-point line, shoots a three, and he's off short on the 3-point. Rebounded by Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons over to Al Horford. Al Horford, and I think Brooke Lopez will be called for the foul on Tobias Harris. Are we even on the stream, Lewis?
It looks like we are because Embiid's got the basketball. Does he have the basketball? Does he have it on your end? So Embiid dribbles
Yeah.
out, gets it to Al Horford, shoots the right-handed layup, overshot it. Offensive rebound Embiid, and he throws it down. And that's Philly's first points of this quarter as they lead 71-54. Embiid with 25 and 8 rebounds.
So Joel Embiid is playing phenomenally this game, man. I love the intensity. I like the way that the Bucks came out with fire. Let's see how if they can keep it up and get themselves back.
And after the great defense, Josh Richardson misses the wide open layup, and we have a foul call on Philadelphia. But once again, Embiid on that last possession, Giannis drove to the basket, and Embiid once again used his body and had to force Giannis to adjust his shot. And it's taking a shot he's not comfortable taking, and he missed it. So Embiid is doing a good job of using his body, forcing Giannis to adjust his body.
And one thing Clay said, I will say, Clay, that Giannis is being exposed this season as going like one-on-one with lengthier guys because he had issues with Anthony Davis over in LA. Although they won the game, Giannis was still having issues with Anthony Davis. You know, a good long defender gives Giannis some problems.
And looks like balls batted out, saved into the hands of Al Horford after Embiid was swarmed in the paint. Ben Simmons drives it, gives it to Embiid, and he gets blocked, but it was a foul call. Blocked with a foul. And look, once again, every time I look at Ben Simmons, it's like it looks like he's about to take a jump shot, but then he ends up passing that basketball. So it still tells me that Ben Simmons, even though he's hit 2 3-pointers and Twitter's going crazy, to me, he's still not confident in taking more jumpers. So I still don't see it. So the eye test will tell you that he's still not confident in that jump shot of his, even though he's made 2 threes. So we have a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. It is Bucks down by 17, 71-54 in favor of Philadelphia. Right here, Basketball Live with your boy Louis and Dee on the LBFWN and Speak Your Mind Sports Talk on this Christmas special. Thank you for everybody for coming through. And let us see. So Freddie Yee says in the comment, Pacers will be nice with Oladipo, Jeremy Lamb, Brogdon, Demonis Sabonis, Miles Turner. I see you, Indiana. I'm telling you, Indiana is a dark horse team. That is a scary team right there. When Oladipo comes back, I'm telling you, they're going to be even better than they were because they have an all-star. Now, it's like this is what I always say. Like when you always get a player coming back from injury, it's always like you just acquired a free agent, you know? So I think that's really important that they now got Victor Oladipo coming back up in January. So that's a nice present for the new year and great news for Indiana.
Now we have to give Embiid his respect. Yes, I've actually always given Embiid his respect. But definitely on the defensive end, he's showing big things against Giannis. So I agree with you there, Clay.
And so Clay Pro says Giannis is getting sun right now. To be honest with you, he actually is, man. And Embiid is, and I think that I told you, when you look at the way Giannis shoots the ball, if you look at his hands are kind of below of where a normal shooter would be shooting the ball. So that's why his shot looks kind of flat and he doesn't have enough arc on it. So if he can make the mechanical adjustment of his hand, of where his hand should be when he shoots, and sometimes bigs have a kind of difficult time when it comes to shooting the basketball as compared to more wing players and point guards. But with Giannis, he just has to make an adjustment. But I told you, with the way that Embiid is guarding him, if you have a team that has bigs, I would take notes on what Embiid is doing and how to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. Take a look at the Miami Heat. Clay Pro says, okay, so that's his weakness. I'm taking notes. I got to report that back to the Rockets because he's a Rockets fan. Yeah, I know.
The
Yeah, I
problem with
already
the
know.
Houston Rockets is they don't have a guy that can do that. I mean, even when Clint Capella comes back, he's not as lengthy as Embiid. And I don't know. I think Giannis takes advantage of Clint Capella. Giannis takes advantage of most guys in the league. I think guys like Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, maybe they want to pay attention to that. Even Nikola Jokic.
Hmm. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, my man. And he says, I see a different mindset in Embiid. I agree. I agree. The way that Embiid is attacking right now, what I've been talking about, it's good to see. We'll see. I told you, he's an Akeem Olajuwon prototype with the way that that dude plays. I mean, he's that talented. I mean, I told you, he can really be a really dominant force with the skills that he possesses. Freddie Geese just forgot about T.J. Warren, another very good player on that Indiana Pacers team, man.
Yep,
So, ladies and
yep.
gentlemen, the
Ben
game.
Castro in the building. What's up, Ben?
Shout out to my man Ben Castro in the building. He says, "What up, guys? Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat as well, Louis and Dee." Oh, before I continue, as I forgot who hit the free throw. Um, Let me just see real quick as Chris Middleton comes. Oh, Embiid's at the free throw line and he knocks down both. So I'll get back to the chat on the next time out. So 73-54 Bucks, and go ahead, D, take this one.
All right, I must be a little behind you again because I'm still at the free throw line, bro.
I see. So Chris Middleton had brought the ball up, and Giannis dumps it into Brook Lopez, who shoots a wild hook layup, which I don't know why he took that shot, but he missed it badly. Ball almost nearly went out of bounds, so it's recovered by Philadelphia. So Ben Simmons with the basketball gives it to Embiid. Nobody checks him. Embiid tries to cross over. He kind of traveled right there, gets away with it, but he scores, and the Sixers have reestablished a 21-point lead. And Embiid has 29 points, 8 rebounds. He's been dominant today. Giannis with the basketball, dribbles, goes a little bit to the right to Middleton. Middleton shoots the three-pointer, misses, and this is the Bucks' problem. They continuously shoot threes even when they're down by many points instead of trying to chop it down one at a time. They're getting, and Richardson's got the basketball, gives it to Ben Simmons. I was not expecting this, ladies and gentlemen. Dribbles right, takes the ball to the left side, and he banks it off the glass, and the Sixers are now up by 23, 77-54. Giannis gives it to Wesley Matthews, comes off a screen, misses another one. Bucks are taking too many jump shots, folks. Too many jump shots. And Simmons gets fouled by MB. Looks like that was incidental contact right there, but a foul nonetheless. Sixers are taking way too many jump shots and not attacking not Sixers, sorry, the Bucks, and not attacking the paint. The Sixers are doing a better
Yeah,
job of getting the paint.
yeah, and it's interesting that Giannis sits there and cry about that foul that was just called on him. When he's been doing that literally the whole game, he's been throwing his shoulder into the chest. So Ben Simmons does it to him, and Giannis gets called for the foul, and then Giannis starts to cry. Like it looks like to me that the Milwaukee Bucks are totally frustrated. They're frustrated right now, and that's why they're settling for jump shots. I think that the Philly 76ers length is giving them problems in the hole, and that's indicative of why they're finding themselves so far in a deficit.
And as you say that the Giannis tried to dribble the length of the court, and B's length caused problems. And fortunately, it was they called a foul on Embiid, which I don't understand. It looked like Giannis just lost his balance. Let's look at the replay right here. Giannis, it was a little love tap. I didn't see nothing really serious. I thought Giannis really lost his balance, but they called the foul on Embiid. But I think his length is, like you said, is really bothering Giannis. And give the Sixers credit too. As Giannis gets into the paint, Wesley Matthews tries to dribble right, and he gets stripped. They don't. Do they call a foul, or does the ball out of bounds? Don't know. But the Sixers have limited the Bucks' transition offense, so the Bucks have not been able to get in transition, and they're making them play a half-court game. And Middleton shoots a shot, and he draws the foul. Go ahead, D.
And so I want to just say this: that this is the Milwaukee Bucks' chance to get back in this game because that's 4 fouls on Joel Embiid, so he's going to have to sit the rest of this quarter probably, and they better take advantage of it. because it's Joel Embiid that's been giving Giannis Antetokounmpo problems.
Yeah, and I could tell that the way that Giannis has been affected, it's affecting everybody else because the Bucks feed off of transition play, off of their defense. But the fact is, they've been so out of whack offensively with the jump shots. Embiid has taken Giannis out of this game while he's being able to put in 29 points. So that just lets you Joel's impact is really hurting the Bucks right now, taking their best player out of the game. Horford shoots a three-pointer, knocks it down, and the Sixers are up by 25 points, 81-56 in the third quarter. Giannis with the basketball dribbles right, left, gets surrounded by a wall, and he turns it over, but it was kicked. It came off Horford, but look at Giannis. As soon as he drives into that paint, they put 2 or 3 guys in the middle of the floor, build the wall, and Giannis has nowhere but to pass the basketball. And like Dee said, the Sixers are knocking down their threes, especially from their bigs. Giannis gets into the paint, takes a fadeaway back, a jump shot, and gets the roll and the bounce on that one on that fade. So nice, tough shot by Giannis, and now it's a 23-point game, 81-58.
At any point in time, Giannis can take off, and if Philly allows that, they'll probably dig back into this game some. But with the way Philly's playing, I think that they should probably maintain this lead for the duration of the third quarter, especially with Embiid having to sit out.
And nice move by Ilyasova getting into the paint, and he scores. Finally, Bucks got something going to the basket, which causes Brett Brown to call a timeout. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a timeout. 4:59 remaining in the third quarter. It is 81-60 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. 21-point lead on the LBFWN with Louis and Dee on this Christmas Day special, first of 2.
And that's what I was saying about the Bucks, is what they have to do with Embiid being down on the bench. They got to take advantage of that because Embiid's been killing them this game, and he's been killing Giannis on the defense. So they better take clear advantage of Embiid being out and try to dig themselves back into this game.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. They really need to because right now Embiid has been the huge benefactor in shutting down Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. And Giannis has not been able to get whatever he wants. So, and Giannis has been very frustrated. He's made him he's had a lack of balance. So it's been very difficult for Giannis to get in any type of rhythm. And the Bucks are shooting way too many jumpers right now. All right, everybody. So let us go into the chat. Shout out to my man Jay in the building who says, we've always known how to beat the Bucks. These guys are playing with a playoff type game plan. Yeah, if you look at the way the Sixers are defending Embiid and the Sixers are defending Giannis Antetokounmpo, they're defending him like if this is a playoff game. They're not letting Giannis control that paint. They're taking away his strengths, and they're making him beat him from the outside. And Giannis has had a tough time, and it's taken everybody else out of the game because of Giannis's play style. Even though he's been known to be a willing passer, but it's also the off-ball movement. I tell you, it's important with that system. Jay says, shout out to the panel, shout out to everybody, shout out to you, Jay. Appreciate you, my brother, coming through. He says, Antetokounmpo's release from 3 is very inconsistent. He has to go inside right now. Yeah, it's obvious he has to go in, but the Sixers are making it way more difficult for him to get in there. The Bucks have got to find a way to free Antetokounmpo so that he can get some easy baskets because him forcing the action isn't working. They're just taking it away from him by building that wall as soon as he gets into the paint. You got 2-3 guys forcing him to pass that ball.
Yeah, and this is why Giannis Antetokounmpo has to get with Kobe Bryant or whoever and develop a jump shot because Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one of these guys like an Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid they're playmakers. These guys can make plays. They can make things happen. Giannis has to drive that lane. That's where he's, most dominant, driving the lane, getting to the cup. If he can't do that, which Philly's been stopping him from doing that, he's going to have issues. So when you develop a jump shot, you don't have to rely on that as much as Giannis has to rely on that. And one more thing, the rest of the Milwaukee Bucks team needs to step up. When your star players having struggles, then the supporting cast is supposed to step up And it seems as if they're just settling for jump shots and relying on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's not going to work, especially in the playoffs.
It goes back to what Clay Pro was saying. He was praying that Robin Lopez was knocking down 3-pointers. You're not gonna win if you're praying and depending on your center, who is a post player, to be shooting threes. And ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we come back, Korkmaz knocks down the three, and now it is 84-60 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. So George Hill gives it to Giannis. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it seems like Santa Claus has delivered gifts to the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers for two big games on Christmas Day, man.
Yeah, and George Hill knocks down the three, but so far for the Milwaukee Bucks, old St. Nick is giving them a lump of coal because they've had some bad luck in this game tonight. But George Hill hits the three and cuts the lead back down to 21. He's played well. He hasn't missed a shot yet, folks. He has 15 points. Giannis is going to have to start utilizing these other guys since his shot is not going off. Be a decoy. Eventually try to see if you can get yourself some easy ones. So Korkmaz with the basketball gives it to Tobias Harris, being guarded by George Hill, who gives it to Horford. Ennis does a good job cutting, and he gets blocked. And here come the Bucks in transition. Wesley Matthews gives it to Middleton. Middleton gets into the paint, and beautiful, beautiful left-handed scoop by Middleton scored. And the Bucks have now cut it to 19.
And it's just like Louis was saying, these guys got to get to the cup. Stop settling for jump shots and three-pointers. You're going to get back in the game getting to the cup.
And Tobias Harris knocks down the three and pushes the lead back up to 22. Tobias Harris has got 15 points, 3 threes. And as I say that, Chris Middleton goes back right into the lane and scores. And notice how Chris Middleton knows his threes are not falling, so he's attacking the basket. And it's a 20-point game.
And, with Embiid being on the bench, Milwaukee has to do a lot better job. They're going to have to dig this thing down to at least 10 points.
And Korkmaz knocks down the three and pushes it back up to 23 as Chris Middleton shoots and he misses. Rebound to Ben Simmons. Dribbles all the way to the paint. Korkmaz shoots another three-pointer, and he knocks it down again. And the Philadelphia 76ers are now up by 26. I think that was a foul, so it might be a 4-point foul.
It was indeed a foul. And Philadelphia 76ers are going off on the Milwaukee Bucks. And Clay Pro, your prediction is starting to look correct, my brother. It just might be over. Where is Layla at? Because if Layla calls it, we know the game is over.
It's over. Like Kenny the Jet Smith likes to say, it is over. And so with that foul, Giannis had to go sit down on the bench because I think that might have been his third or fourth foul. And Korkmaz at the free throw line, but he missed another one. That's his third missed free throw.
And real quick, Louis, we just got Randy. Randy just stepped into the building. Appreciate you coming through, Randy. Hit that like for me, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the LBFWN, my man.
Appreciate you. And and so they just showed that the Sixers are 24th in three-pointers made at 10.8 per game, but they have 16 today, which means that they're on fire. So it just tells you that they're not really a great three-point shooting team, but they're making their threes today. So
it looked like Connaughton got away with the travel there, but Connaughton working on Embiid, steps back, comes back in, blocked by Embiid. Ben Simmons with the ball, taking it up the court. Ben Simmons with the nice Euro step to get around Ilyasova for the score, 95-67. Philly is on fire right now. So George Hill with the ball at the top of the key. Got Ben Simmons on the defense. Dribbles around the Brook Lopez screen. Gets under the rim. George Hill gets tied up and knocked out of bounds by Richardson. I couldn't tell if that was Richardson or Corver, but the referees called it on Richardson. But really nice Euro step by Ben Simmons to get around Ilyasova.
I think it was off of Corver because the Sixers have the ball.
Oh, so they turned it over. Okay.
Embiid dribbles. It's a step back jump shot and puts it out and misses. Rebound. Pat Connaughton gives the ball to George Hill, guarded by Simmons. Gives it to Connaughton, guarded by Korkmaz, who gives it to Kyle Korver, being guarded by Josh Richardson. Gives it to Connaughton, cuts into the paint, has to kick it out to Lopez, shoots a 3-pointer, knocks it down. And there you go. It was a 3 in rhythm. And so the Bucks have cut it down to 25, just under a minute remaining. Simmons with the basketball. The 76ers with a dominating performance so far through 3 quarters.
I'm gonna tell you something. Going into the fourth quarter with a 20 to 25 point lead is not looking good for the Bucks. So Mike Scott, 3-pointer from the top of the key. Listen, guys, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get back in this game.
And as I say that, Connaughton gets to the rim and is an and one. So Philly is now up 98-72 with a chance to get a 3-point play. Will we see another Dallas Maverick, Toronto Raptor type of situation in the fourth quarter? We don't know. And so D unfortunately had to go out a little bit with the technical difficulties. Giannis just looking like somebody stole his porridge. Just when he thought it was just right. And Connaughton knocks down the free throw, so it is 98-73 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. So we have about a 7-second difference between shot clock to game clock. Simmons with the basketball, 98-73, folks. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel as you guys check in on both mine and Speaking My Sports Talk. Appreciate you. So as I say that, Embiid with the hook shot, and he scores, and it is 173 with the Bucks getting the last shot in the third. George Hill with the basketball, screened by Brook Lopez. Tries to pass it. It's a turnover. Richardson goes all the way, lays it up and misses, and tries to tip, and it is at the buzzer, but no good. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the third quarter. The Philadelphia 76ers, in dominant fashion, have a 27-point lead as they lead 100-73 right here on the LBFWN with Louis and Dee, man, right here on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so and listen, man,
break, folks.
27-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and you're not in rhythm offensively, but the leading team is in rhythm. That's a problem. And, you know, again, closer and closer we get to the end of this game, old Clay looks a lot like he's going to be right on his prediction. Gideon just stepped in the building. I appreciate you coming over here. Sixers demolishing the Bucks. Yeah, they are, Gideon. Yes, they are, G-Money.
Yeah, this was a performance I did not expect from Milwaukee, but shout out to Clay Pro who said it, man. If you look at the way that the Sixers are defending the Bucks, they're defending them like if they were in the playoffs right now in a 7-game series against them. So if you look at it, there's a blueprint right there on how to guard Giannis and how to guard the rest of that Milwaukee team. So they're staying at home with the shooters, and even when Giannis drives, they're building a wall so that he has no room to pass or no room to score. And this is why, as Dee said, it is important, it is imperative that Giannis gets himself a jump shot, because there's no way that he's going to be able to win in the playoffs playing that style of play. You need to be able to knock down shots when they take away your drives. It's that simple. When you have a jump shot, it opens the lane and it spaces the floor because they respect your jumper. That's why he has to work on it.
And Jay makes a very good point. He said when Embiid and the Sixers play 3 quarters like this, usually they finish it out. Embiid needs to bring every game. Oh, you put it up there. Okay. Embiid needs to bring this every game. Game mindset, desired, etc. The Sixers can climb their ladder when this is it. Yeah, man, they can. I mean, I'm with you, Jay. Great comment. You know, with this Joel Embiid, they can get it done. They can get it done. And, you know, Clay, I'll give it to you, man. To a certain extent, Giannis is getting exposed. I have to say I was wrong. You was right about that. Giannis is getting exposed, man, because you can't get into that lane. You get these lengthier teams that clog up that paint on you like that. That's going to be a problem. Lakers better take notes, because they have some big guys to be able to clog that paint up. They got Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis. So they better take notes on what the Philadelphia 76ers have done to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Exactly, right on point, because that is how you defend the Milwaukee Bucks. This whole best record thing, it's like it doesn't indicate, and give credit to them for playing well. But look, they just showed a lot of holes that this team has just by the Sixers playing with them. They can't deal with length, which which the Sixers have. If the Sixers knock down their threes, and that's if, because they're 24th in 3-point shooting in makes and they're 25th in percentage. So, the Sixers, they have to predicate themselves on attacking the basket themselves. But as Josh has always said, why a mid range is very, very important to have. And we are back. Looks like we are back. Yeah, we are back in the fourth quarter. Embiid takes a jump shot, misses, kicks it out to Embiid for three-pointer, misses, rebound, Josh Richardson, and the Bucks are doing a poor job of finishing their defensive rebounds. Richardson gives it to Embiid, gives it back to Richardson, pump fakes, dribbles right, takes a tough jump shot, and gets the roll. And the Sixers are up 29, 102 to 73, take over D.
Really amazing that they controlled all of those rebounds like that. They got to crash these boards, man. Bucks are just really off right now. So George Hill with the ball at the top of the key has Richardson on the defense, dribbles around the Lopez screen, back out to Lopez, Lopez for three, and Lopez drains it. So it's 76 to 102, still down by 26 points. Trey Burke with the ball, kicks it over to Richardson. Richardson goes down the lane with the short jumper. Richardson off, and they tap it back across the court, and Richardson will bring the ball back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. I think he needs to show some movement. Back to Embiid. Embiid with the 17-footer off the back of the rim. Connaughton comes down with the rebound. Connaughton over to Cal Korver. Korver back to Connaughton at the top of the key. Kicks it to Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez. Okay, we got a loose ball foul. Not sure who that was on. Did you see who that foul was on, Lewis?
I did not see who that foul was on. They didn't even show the replay. They just showed the wire, but I didn't see who that foul was on.
All right, guys. So it's 102-76. Philly with the ball. Trey Burke dribbles around the Embiid screen, drives in with the short jumper, misses. They get the rebound again. Ennis with the three. He misses. Connaughton comes down with the rebound. So the Bucks seem like they're doing a little better on the boards. And nice drive into the lane and foul. Who was that? Was that George Hill? No, that wasn't George Hill.
Oh, that's what's his face? Forgot his name.
I think
I
that's
see his
Sterling
jersey.
Brown. Is that
Yep.
Sterling Brown?
Yeah, that's Brown. Yep.
Nice move by Sterling Brown. And
he knocks down the 3-point play.
Giannis misses on the inside. But Connaughton grabs the rebound and puts the ball back in, guys. So it's 83. They brought it back down to a 19-point lead. It looks like the Bucks are trying to slowly dig themselves into this game, and that's what they're going to have to do. So Ennis passes it out to Horford. Horford over to Richardson. Richardson for the three. Richardson off. Giannis comes down with the rebound. So Giannis full steam ahead, right to the basket, and Giannis scores. And it's a quick timeout by the Sixers. They'll have none of it. But, guys, 85-102. So it looks like the Bucks are trying to dig back into this game, and never say never.
If Philly has one problem, their issue is they have a tendency to blow big leads, especially because once they start playing so well for three quarters, they get away from their game plan and start to shoot a lot of jump shots. They're best. They play best when they attack the paint because they are not a good shooting team. They're not a jump shooting team, and they're already doing it in this fourth quarter. And the Bucks have already come back already. Remember, the score was 173 at the end of three. Right now, the Bucks have outscored them 12-2 in the fourth quarter already, and we still have just over 8 minutes remaining. So plenty of time, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of time.
And they brought this thing back down to 15-point lead, man. 14-2 run by the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's what they needed to do. It's like I said, the last time Joel Embiid sat down, they needed to make this type of run. But shout out to Sterling Brown for getting that fifth foul on Joel Embiid and getting him back over to the bench. That was huge.
Because then if you take out Embiid, you're missing his length. He's the team's best defender because now it's like unless Al Horford does a better job, he's more slow-footed than Embiid. Embiid actually has the quickness and the strength and body. See, Al Horford just has the body. He just doesn't have the foot speed. Embiid has that along with the foot speed to give Giannis problems because you can see how much he makes Giannis adjust his shot. If Giannis just continues to get to go in transition, the Bucks will be back in this game faster than a blink of an eye. You best better believe that. So let's look into the chat. And Freddie says, the thing that I don't like, not from y'all, but everybody is saying that the Bucks are the number one team in the league. Playoffs get here, it's going to be Giannis needs help. The Bucks are number one by record, but
right.
But what Dee was basically saying is that a lot of these teams we got to look and wait and see where they are as soon as the season again continues to go down the stretch from into the All-Star break until after. I just said the news that Oladipo is possibly coming back. We're looking at January, maybe early February. So I said, and the Pacers have played well without him. So we're gonna have to see how they adjust to him when he comes back. And I've even said about the Lakers and Clippers. Yeah, they're two good teams, but I feel personally they're overrated, both of those teams, because both of those teams have issues. You look at the Clippers, they can't defend the paint. So that's an issue for them. And if you look at the Lakers, they have a weak bench and their three-point defense is weak and they rely too much on LeBron and AD. And I've said that for a while. Even if their record looks good. Remember, regular seasons and playoffs are two different seasons, folks. Two different. You don't game plan in the regular season like you do in the postseason. All right, go ahead, D. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say I've been saying it all season. Let's wait till we get 45, 50 games in before we start making any determinations. We can get a good look at teams, but we can't make any determinations until they get deeper into the season. So it's a 12-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 9 seconds. All right, so Richardson with the ball kicks it over to Horford. Horford working on Korver. Kicks it back to Korkmaz for another three. Korkmaz is getting hot in this second half, 105-85. Back to a 20-point lead. Nice move by Middleton to get around Ben Simmons, and he throws the short floater, 87-105. Ben Simmons will bring the ball down the court. Ben Simmons passes over to Richardson. Richardson over to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris with the floater inside, misses everything, and we have a foul called on. Was that Giannis or was that Sterling? I think that was on the rookie Sterling.
That was on Sterling.
So
So Richardson,
Korkmaz, oh, go ahead.
so Giannis gives the ball to Korver, shoots the quick 3-pointer, misses. That was too quick. And Al Horford with the rebound. Al Horford gives the ball to Ben Simmons. Simmons passes it to Richardson. Richardson gives it to, well, he hasn't given it yet. Now he stops, looking for somebody, gives the ball to Horford. Horford shoots a 3-pointer, misses, rebound to Kyle Korver. Giannis with a full head of steam, tries to go all the way into the paint, and he gets stripped once again, and he turns it over. Richardson with the ball. Sixers got numbers, passes it to Horford, and he gets fouled. And looks like Giannis and both Horford are shaken up. Looks like Giannis got poked in the eye when he got stripped of the basketball. And I know Al Horford got fouled and he was shaken up on his right hand a little bit. But yeah, Giannis looked like he got poked in the eye. Let's see. Yep, he got poked in the eye by Josh Richardson. Yep. Makes sense.
Well,
Now
I
I can
tell you,
see.
those eye pokes are, oh, wow, that was right in the eye, too. Those eye pokes are brutal, man. Any sport, football, basketball, MMA, boxing, those eye pokes are brutal, man. Just sends a pain all the way down your spine.
It's like when you get touched in the eye, you can feel it in your soul. Oh man, that just hurts.
Yeah.
But
Richardson told
yeah.
Giannis, Merry Christmas. Take that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the timeout. So the Sixers are up by 18, so 105-87. We have a timeout. And so the Sixers will be at the free throw. I hope we'll be at the free throw line. So let's go on the chat. Jay says the Lakers need 3 scores. Too much inconsistent third player play should be a concern. It will eventually kill them. They do definitely need a third scorer, and it's like, again, I just got to see what the offense looks like with Kuzma, because Kyle Kuzma has been very inconsistent. We also have to account that he's also been in and out with injuries as well, so it's been kind of hard for him to get into a rhythm. And I also am
And
concerned with
remember, their
LeBron.
third scorer is Kyle Kuzma. So, go ahead, Louis.
I also just said that I also think that we have to look at the concern of the injuries of both AD and LeBron James, because that's gonna be a problem. If they're not healthy by the time of the playoffs, because AD is dealing with an ankle injury, and he's still dealing with the shoulder. And there's been rumors with LeBron, it's the groin, and he's also had a muscle strain in his back, and he also has a slight rib injury. So I didn't know he had a rib injury also. So we're gonna have to look. And they were thinking of sitting those guys out, but because it's Christmas, because of the NBA, they can't sit out because it's just not going to look good for the league. So they have to play. So those are my concerns with the Lakers: the 3-point defense, their bench, and LeBron and AD carrying too much of a scoring load.
Yeah, and I think a lot of these teams, they are, all of the top teams right now are showing flaws. But as Freddie said earlier, the postseason is a different season. And, that All-Star break, like I always say, let's wait to see what happens after that All-Star break. Remember, a lot of these teams have just been put together this season, so they still have to build chemistry. They're still learning each other. They're still learning these offensive sets. So, just give it time, guys. Give it time, and we're going to see, I've said from the beginning that teams like the Bucks, the Nuggets, the Portland Trailblazers, they have more of an edge because they have more chemistry already established than these teams that's just been slapped together right now.
Yep. And once again, the game is back, but they're showing the replay of Giannis getting poked in the eye, and Giannis was clapping at the referee, and it looks like he got a technical foul when he did that, and he was upset that he didn't get the foul call. Yep, Giannis got a technical for clapping at the referee during the timeout. So your leader very frustrated, and now Tobias Harris will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's not what they needed. That is not at all what they needed, any technical.
Tobias knocks it down, and it is 106-87 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers.
So 19-point lead, but the Bucks have gained somewhat some kind of offensive rhythm here. You know, game's not over yet, guys. 6 minutes,
So,
25 seconds is a lot of time on the clock.
but the Bucks have got to get stops because they're down 20 points. So that's about 7 possessions as Al Horford knocks down the first free throw. So it's 107-87 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. And Al Horford knocks down the second free throw. So it's 108-87 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Back to that infamous 21-point lead. So DiVincenzo will bring the ball down the court, has Richardson on the defense, passes it over to Brook Lopez. Lopez pass it out to Chris Middleton. Middleton with Ben Simmons on the defense. Middleton with the long jumper. He misses. Brook Lopez with the rebound. Over to Sterling Brown. Sterling Brown with the floater inside. And it looks like a foul on Al Horford over the back on DiVincenzo. Giannis is still squinting. That eye is still giving him a little problem.
So DiVincenzo gets into the paint. Go ahead.
Nice drive. Ben Simmons slows it down. And Philly's smart. They're slowing it down. They're not in any rush. Tobias Harris for the three-pointer. And it's going to be a long road for the Milwaukee Bucks trying to get back in this.
Philly misses rebound. Brook Lopez tries to shoot three. Giannis has to get out of Middleton, drives left, and gets into the paint, and he lays it up, and he scores. So it's a 20-point game with 5:16 remaining and dwindling down for the last 5 minutes of the game. So Ben Simmons has got the ball.
Sound like you're kind of breaking up, Louis. I don't know. It might just be me, though.
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. Just kind of breaking up a little. But it could just be me. I don't know. The chat might hear you just fine. Nice left-handed move by Ben Simmons driving to the lane. 113-91, 22-point lead. Nice ball movement by the Bucks. Gets it out to Brook Lopez for the three. So back down to 19-point lead. Ben Simmons is very wisely not rushing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Simmons off the glass again, 115-94. So Middleton will bring the ball up the court. Middleton passes it over to Giannis. Dribbles into the lane. Nice give and go by Middleton and Giannis. Alley-oop to Giannis. 96-115. George Hill at the scores table ready to check in. 4 minutes left in the game, guys. So another long shot by Korkmaz, but he misses that. Rebounded by the rookie Sterling. DiVincenzo comes down full steam ahead, runs into Ben Simmons, and loses the ball. Philly will have the ball back. And I think Ben Simmons is doing a very good job of not rushing anything, utilizing the time on the clock. So the corner missed by Philly, timeout called by the Milwaukee Bucks. 3 minutes, 32 seconds left in the game. Bucks still down by 19 points. So, guys, we were looking for a good game here, and they started out, maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, it appeared that this was going to be a nice back and forth close game, but I think we've seen nothing but a blowout here. Philly's been up on an average of 15 to 21 points, and we're still here with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So, we could call this a blowout game at this point, unless the Bucks can find a way to miraculously get back in it, which we'll never say never because we just seen the Raptors do it the other night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the second straight game that we see a blowout on Christmas Day because we already know what happened in that first game with Boston and Toronto, and now we are seeing it with the Bucks and the Sixers. And this is the Sixers doing it to the best team in the league. So that's what's really crazy about what's happening right now. So D in chat, I will be right back. Let me wait till D comes back, and hopefully I can be right back. So they're showing the national TV schedule. It'll be the Spurs in Dallas tomorrow. It'll be Portland in Utah. Then Friday, Cleveland is at Boston, Philly's at Orlando, and Phoenix is at Golden State. So those are the nationally televised games.
LA on Christmas Day. Y'all make sure y'all come back to catch that game with us. Gonna have a good time. Hopefully that's a closer game and not a blowout game there for that one.
And as we come
So
back,
nice long jumper by Chris Middleton, 99 to 115. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Ben Simmons will bring the ball down, passes it to Tobias Harris, has George Hill on the defense. Tobias Harris over the top to Ben Simmons. Touch pass to Richardson. Back over to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris to the corner to Al Horford. Back to Tobias Harris on the wing for the three, and that's off. Rebounded by the rookie Sterling. Brings it up the court really quickly. Nice by Sterling to get that ball up the court quickly and get a quick score in there. So it's down to a 14-point lead, guys. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. Giannis sitting on the bench squinting.
So still checking on his eye, and we have a timeout taken, and so it is 115-101 in favor of Philadelphia 76ers. D in chat, give me 1 second. I will be right back real quick. So D, just hang out and talk with the chat while I come back.
I got you, buddy. So, guys, it's a 14-point lead. Giannis on the bench taking a breather. And I'm not sure if he's taking a breather or whether he's that eye is bothered pretty serious. But 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. This game is not over. A couple of steals and a few 3-pointers. We can see a 5-point game really quickly. But the way the 76ers have been shooting and defending, I still don't really expect to see the Bucks get back in this, especially not on the pitch. Clearly, Philadelphia 76ers have the momentum. And all you guys on both sides of both channels, and over here on your LBWN, don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, we have the battle in LA on Christmas Day. The Clippers versus Lakers. LeBron versus Kawhi. And all the so you guys come back and join us. If you like. So coming back to Philadelphia off commercial, Joel and B is check back into the game. It's a nice jump by Ben Simmons, but that's off Sterling Brown with the rebound. And I like this to get that ball back down the court. Christensen around the screen. That pops a nice hard three by Chris Middleton with his 1-4-15 guys. Down to an 11-point lead from 27. So Ben Simmons will come bring the ball down. With the ball on top of the key. Screen. Gets over to MP and mismatch the chin on, steps back, shoots over the top, and beat misses. So Chris Middleton will bring the ball up. This game is not over yet. So Chris Middleton with a nice drive into the right, in addition to rookie Sterling Brown for the dunk. It is down to a 9-point lead, guys. 152 in the game. Just like I said, it's never over. The Milwaukee Bucks are beginning to play in. We have to find a way to close this game out. This is doing a terrific job with running that clock. Richardson around every screen. Double team. Ball back to MVP. Over to Tobias Harris. 1 second on the shot clock. Harris with the last second shot. 118, 106, 12 point lead. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game. So the referees stop to make sure that the basket put on the line on that shot. I thought it was a 2-point shot anyway. One shot last second. And look like his foot was right on the edge of that line there. So it is the three. So the score stays 12 point lead. Chris Middleton bring the ball down. And Middleton when he's on three. And Middleton drains it. Three. Let's go. 109. Look at that. So Middleton just got off quick. You can check with the quick foul on Ben Simmons. See if Philly closes this game. I can't believe it. They are.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to do something real quick, and looks like the game ended because I kind of missed the last few minutes of that game, so didn't mean that. And yeah, so the lagging is pretty messed up. I know. And let's see. It looks like the Sixers have won this game. Embiid is doing an interview with Tom Rinaldi, and looks like. Let me just check real quick. So we have. It looks like they won. Okay, so the Sixers ended up winning 121 to 109. So they win by 12. Um, and so the Sixers win by 12. So it was a respectable game, but it wouldn't indicate how the Sixers were getting blown out by as many as 25 points. So it was not a really good game by the Bucks. You know, even though they outscored the Sixers 36-21 in the fourth quarter. So final stats, folks. Chris Middleton led all Bucks scores as D goes out. He led all scores with 31 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo was second with 18. Hill had 15 on a perfect 6 for 6 from the field. And Brook Lopez chipped in with 11 and 5 rebounds. And they had 4 guys in double figures. While they had 4 guys, if we go to the Sixers side, we have 6 guys in double figures for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Embiid led
So
all
I
scores.
think Louis might be having a little difficulties with his stream. So I guess I'll pick up on the stats while he's out. But we got Chris Middleton was the leading scorer for the Bucks with 31. And Giannis Antetokounmpo had a double double, but he wasn't really as effective as we used to seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I will say that Chris Middleton came on and came alive there at the end, tried to get those guys back into the game, but it just wasn't enough. Philly were too strong in this game, guys. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, we have Joel Embiid leading the way with 31 points, and right behind him was Tobias Harris. The rookie Sterling Brown came in and he did pretty well. I mean, he put Joel Embiid on the bench and tried to give the Bucks a chance to get back into the game, but it just didn't work. You know, Philly had control of this game the entire game, and they weren't going to let or allow the Bucks to get back in it.
Nope, absolutely not. And when we go to the final stats for the Sixers, six guys in double figures: Embiid with 31, Josh Richardson with 18, Tobias Harris chipped in with 22, Al Horford with 11, Ben Simmons had 15 and 14 assists with 7 rebounds. And this is why I say that Ben Simmons needs to develop that jump shot because he cannot expect to be hiding behind these guys forever. He cannot hide with these guys forever, getting away with the way he plays. That's why I said that sometimes I feel like Ben Simmons is content with the way he plays, knowing that he can hide with some of these other players that can shoot the basketball. So he needs to get a jump shot. It's crucial because not only can they game plan for Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they can game plan for you as well, sir. So that's very important. So we'll go into the final stats, ladies and gentlemen. And so what we have is what really stands out was Philly hit 21 threes, and they are 24th in three-point shooting and 24th in makes. So they shot 47%. They knocked down 21 threes. So the Bucks did not do a good job with a three-point defense. Korgs and Mac pretty much hit an abundance of them. And then also the assists, 29 assists by the Sixers. So they really moved the ball. They had 9 steals. And it's so crazy. The Bucks took as many jump shots as they took. They had 50 points in the paint. But what doesn't account for was that a lot of the points in the paint was during garbage time in that fourth quarter when they were trying to get themselves back in the game by that point. And so what really stands out is the 3-pointers. The Sixers were plus 24 from there. And offensive rebounding, they were plus 6. And they were also plus 6 in free throw makes and attempts. They also got 9 steals. So those are your final stats for today's game. And like we said earlier, with the Celtics and Raptors game, the Celtics beat the Raptors 118-102. And we have 3 more games coming up later tonight, but we are not doing the next game. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why this team is on TV. But the Houston Rockets are going to face the Golden State Warriors at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So that game is next on ABC. Then we have the nightcap, and make sure you guys come back on the LBFWN with me and Dee as we do Clippers and Lakers. Already got the thumbnail for that one. That will be the most anticipated game of today. It's Kawhi against Bron, battle for the LA with all those guys. And then the nightcap will be the Nuggets against the Pelicans at 10:30 in Denver to nightcap the Christmas Day. So once again, make sure that you stay tuned with me and Dee for the Lakers and Clippers game at 8 o'clock in Staples Center. This is going to be in the Lakers Staples Center because game 1 of the regular season was at the Clippers. So let's see. So Jay says, yes, this is the Bucks' perfect storm. They need threes in their game, and they're struggling with that aspect. Yeah, they struggle with the 3 all game long, but they focused on shooting too many to try to get themselves back in the game. A statement game, bulletin board type of game for the Sixers. Agreed. Freddie says it was lagging on DJeff's end, and the audio was messed up. It's been pretty messed up on both ends, to be honest with you, Freddie. Srina's been inconsistent, but I'm thinking a lot of people are starting to use the service a lot, so there may be some kind of interference. That's just me. D bounced out and come back in, and the Sixers needed this great win. I said that the Sixers needed this to prove that they could beat the best of the best, to show that they could compete, and they definitely did that. So they now moved to 23-10, while the Milwaukee Bucks now move to 27-5 on the season. But they still maintain the best record in the league.
Yeah, man. And for everybody who's in the chat and joined us, I'll say it one more time. Make sure you come back at 8 o'clock. The battle in LA on Christmas Day. LeBron versus Kawhi. Hopefully, we can get a nice competitive game down to the wire. This game was pretty much a blowout, even though it was a 13-point lead. Philly built enough of a lead where the Milwaukee Bucks just couldn't get back in it.
Yep, exactly. And so that was the game for everybody. So, once again, like D says, to make sure that you guys come back for that game at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 o'clock if you are in the West Coast, for the Lakers and the Clippers battle for LA podcast, battle for LA supremacy, whatever you want to call it, battle for the king, for the crown, battle for the crown of the LA. It's a battle of the throne. So this is the throne game. Clippers, Lakers, Kawhi versus Braun. Who is really the king of the NBA and king of the league? Because that's how it's going to be marketed by the media. So I'm just going to play the media's game and do that. And make sure you come back at 8 o'clock on the LBFWN. I already have it set up. So if you guys will just want to wait, I will set the reminder if I haven't done it. And make sure you guys stay tuned for that game, as the thumbnail is already up. Make sure you guys come back for that game. Hopefully it is a close game like Dee said, and we hopefully can have a lot of fun with that one. It'd be a nice way to end Christmas.
For sure, for sure. And just before you guys go, I'll give you my piece for the love of sports. Let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was another good one, man, with my man D, the Godfather Jefferson, and me with my new hairdo, with my new Christmas hair, man. I hope you guys appreciate that. Had to look good for this live stream, even though the game didn't turn out what it was. But this was another good one, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all of you guys. Oh, man. D, guess who just showed up in the nick of time just before we was going to close out?
Hey, Queen Layla in the building. What's up,
Let
man?
us go. She says,
Happy
hey, guys.
holidays to you, sis.
Merry Christmas, Layla. Hope everything is going with you good with you and your family. And Layla, hopefully you are here for this Christmas game later tonight between the Lakers and the Clippers, because me and D will be here doing that one. So, as D Jefferson said, man, for the love of sports, we are going to talk about it. Perfect. And she says she will be back. And let me just check Jay's comment real quick. He says LeBron took off a game. The Lakers can't use the but excuse if they lose again. Must win for the Lakers. Hey, man, we are going to find out for sure. That's all I'm going to say is we will see, Jay. We will see. So for my lovely Christmas hairdo, says Merry Christmas on it. And you already know my mottos, ladies and gentlemen. Be back at 8 and let's go. Live, laugh, love. Thank you for watching the stream. Make sure you guys wait at 8 o'clock and be ready. Be there or don't be square. Santa Claus says you better be there because it's Christmas, all right? Be happy, all right? Everybody, peace. I will see you. We will see you guys at 8. Take care, everybody, and enjoy these last couple of hours in this little 3-hour break.